robots, 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 robots. Robots, 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 robots.
Welcome to the program. This is the program. Welcome to the program. We're going to talk about various things, various interests. Got something to say? Go on Discord. Discord. What the hell? Discord, it's where we talk, and some people will harass you. There's trolls and people to be rude, and you might get banned. I just want to get banned from the Discord. That's my dream. That's my thing. I just want to get banned. I want to give a big shout out tonight to Chaotic Craig. Big shout out to Chaotic Craig. It's his first night here. Chaotic Craig, never been on the stream before. We want to give a big shout out to Chaotic Craig. Thank you for being here tonight, Chaotic Craig. Keep it chaotic. Keep it chaotic, Craig. We're keeping it chaotic with Chaotic Craig. This one goes out to Chaotic Craig. In the Discord and in the YouTube chat. Everybody please give a big shout out to Chaotic Craig. It's Chaotic Craig's first time here in the show, and we want to give him a big shout out. Chaotic Craig, he's my best friend. I want to marry him and live my life with him. He is my God. He is my best friend. Hi, everybody. Oh, that's it. Oh, that's it. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi. Hi. Welcome to the program. Guys, we have a first-time guy in this thing. His name is Chaotic Craig. And I don't know if you heard from the song, it's his first time ever watching the stream, and let's all give him a big shout out and welcome. And part of the welcome is that there's an initiation ritual, so he will be brutally beaten, near I'm gonna have to just say near dead. He will be near dead by the end of this thing. Guys, as we do on this program, we have no real control over tech problems, whether or not the scream mask is even working. So what we do is, instead of actually figuring this stuff out,
We just get Chippy on. Chipperford? Chippiford, are you there?
Wait.
Oh. Okay. Okay, Chippy, before we get into this, can you please tell me, is the stream working?
It's perfect. And you gotta hear it.
Oh boy. Oh. Richard Nixon, are you there?
Hello?
Richard Nixon. Richard? Richard,
Hold on.
answer me, Richard. Oh
Can you
boy.
hear me?
We're off to a really good start here. Yes,
RM,
Richard.
are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Richard, you're sounding real good. Did you hear Chippy?
Thank you. What?
Chippy sounded
Hold
like
up.
straight doo-doo.
Oh, yeah, I saw that on the stream just a second ago. I got both going at the same time. I had to mute you. All right,
Craig,
you good?
Craig, what's going on with you, please? I mean, Richard Nixon. Actually, let's ask Craig. The real star of the show tonight is this guy, Chaotic Craig. Craig, what's going on with you? Let us know. But Richard Nixon, what's going on with you?
Just hopped over a few dimensions. Ghislaine Maxwell's still dictator, so I gotta, not stick around there.
What's going on with Ghislaine lately? Is she still
I'll
having
let my boy explain for you. This voice is really hard.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right. So Richard was pretty cool because he's good at football and all that.
Richard, you're a big Richard Nixon fan.
Not the one from my dimension. No, this one though, he's pretty cool.
Okay, all right. I'm already. Right. You're already losing me, but I'm gonna try to stay on board. Go ahead, please.
He is not a loser at all. He's not like anything. Like imagine the polar opposite of the Nixon we have.
Gotcha. He's like a cool guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
The problem with him being a cool guy though is it snowballed into Ghislaine Maxwell being president in 40 years after.
Oh boy, Ghislaine for president?
Yeah, she was the first non-American president. They made the 28th Amendment for it.
I'm gonna just go ahead and say she is a girl boss, right?
Yeah, she really used her girl boss power to lower the age of consent. Oh my.
Well, that's the girl.
Her and her Matt party.
Just men can do that. Like, no, she stood up and she was like, no, like this women can do this too. And she's a true girl boss, and we gotta really just give it up for her, right? We have to give it up for her.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Like Margaret Thatcher tier girl boss, just really putting that power to work.
I got to read a few things here. Saint Shenanigans, thank you for all that you do. She says Pavlovian program. And then Castle says, love the look tonight. Have a great program. I mean, I'm trying to, you know what? I don't know if you ever try to do this, if you ever have this happen to you, Nixon, but I caught a view of myself the other day, like on recorded or a picture or something. I was like, man, I look like a pile of turd.
Oh yeah, no, that's me seeing I'm visiting family right now, and that's me seeing all the old family pictures. It's like, I look like that.
Why didn't they just drown me? You ever have that feeling when you see yourself as a kid?
It's like, yeah, that's the bad thing about having do whatever kind of parents. But some things is like, you let me have that haircut that long?
Oh boy. It's like that meme of that kid who he begged his mom for Jinkos in the 90s. And she was like, okay, fine, I'll buy you the Jinkos, but as long as you do a photo shoot with the Jinkos. And he did it. And then it's this picture of this little kid doing all these poses in these pants that look like two long dresses. And, like Duggar's dresses, those denim dresses. Yeah. And he put in the thing, he put in that meme. He's like, I regret nothing, because he looks very cool.
I mean, Jinkos are pretty cool though. That's a completely different situation,
My idea is sweat Jinkos. What do you think of the idea of sweat Jinkos?
It's got to have the big mammoth on the butt though.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Like the cool design, like the long pocket, the pocket that goes all the way to the knee, but then it'll have a cool design of like a guy with a spray paint can or something.
Yeah, just keep it going. Pocket all the way down.
Well, I want to say I did like a lot of people, you know, we got a lot of very critical people in the chat. They're like, oh, this sucks. F. They'll start putting Fs. They'll start
Oh, yeah.
hissing. They figured out a way to hiss. Like they'll put these like audio clips in the chat that are like just them hissing. And so what I did is
Those
like,
90s hackers.
oh, it's sick. But I figured out a way to kind of keep things moving, which is called boring, stupid topics. And so I got 3 topics tonight, which is one of them is kind of like, let's do something positive, right? Richard Nixon, but good at football. Like, let's do something kind of positive. So it's what are you putting off? Is there something that you're putting off in your pathetic excuse for a creepy life? That you want to, that you're like, why do I keep putting this off? I'm thinking something creative. Like it's something that's personally meaningful. Like you're trying to write that book, or you're trying to do that. You're trying to do that street art. You feel me on that one? You're trying to do some of your. You're trying to get your breakdance career going again. You're trying to, you're trying
Jinkos.
You're trying to wear Jinkos again, like stuff like that. Like, what are you not doing that you're like, why can't I just do this? Okay, and we're gonna figure out how to get you doing it. Okay. The other one is pointless thing you want to buy right now. So it's like something that it's like maybe a cool thing, like it's cool, but it's like an absolute waste of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I have a lot of that kind of stuff. And then finally, the best song with no. I'm wondering this because, I've tried to do karaoke like a handful of times, and I realized that like it's really embarrassing. Like it makes people embarrassed if I try to do a real song. So I wanted to see like what are some songs where people don't sing, but it's still like a cool song, like someone talking. You know what I mean?
Oh, someone talking.
I
was thinking you were about to like.
An example.
I was thinking about you. Oh, sorry.
An example would be like "Walk on the Wild Side," Lou Reed, like where he's literally just like it's talking.
Oh, or it's just like spoken word almost.
Exactly, spoken. God, why didn't I just write spoken word? You know what? I'm taking down the stream. Dude. Well, Richard Nixon, I'm sorry. I just like made you sit here and listen to me going on and on about Christ, Jesus knows what. How are you, A, and B, what's your problem? And then C, what do you got to tell us tonight?
I'm doing pretty great besides the Ghislaine's dictator kind of thing. I don't know. I may have to run for a 3rd term or something. I don't know.
Are you so wait, you're saying that you live in like another reality where
I hopped realities to get away from Ghislaine.
So, I see. So in your normal world, Ghislaine is like the prime minister or something?
Yeah. And sadly, Matthew McConaughey is not mayor of Texas.
I don't know. I kind of want to see him do it. Like what's he gonna do? Like first of all, it's gonna be a disaster. He's not gonna do anything. He's gonna immediately lose interest in it. Like no. Like what people were saying about Trump, where he's like, oh, he didn't know this was gonna happen, and now he's like, ooh, this is not kind of boring, actually.
Yeah, just kind of bubbling through it.
Yeah. Are you a big? Are you a big Ghislaine fan?
Which Ghislaine? Because if we're talking about my Ghislaine, not really.
Okay,
this Ghislaine, it's kind of cool. I don't know. Oh wait, don't take that out of context.
All right, you heard it.
We got Ghislaine. We caught her.
You heard it here. Richard Nixon, but good at football, loves Ghislaine Maxwell. Thank you for being on the show. That's a very controversial take from him, and I'm frankly not having any of it. Let's give Chippy another shot. Chip?
Hello.
Chippy, you scared me because like it was all Chippy sounded choppy. You know what I mean there? You get it?
No.
I got you scared. That's why you flushed me.
I thought that the stream was not working because it was like you were like and then you put on your and then your voice started changing.
I was telling you to wait.
Then your voice started changing and you were like So
I'm back. No voices for now then.
Thank God the stream works because earlier was having some problems with it. But anyway.
Whoops.
Anyway, did you hear what that guy was saying? That he's a big Ghislaine Maxwell fan and that she's a girl boss. and
Oh,
she.
God.
He also did. I think I don't remember. Like I don't have the best memory, but he also said that she's a good example for young women. Did you hear that part?
I
Ooh.
mean, I guess everybody's entitled to their own opinions, so
What
I
about this?
respect his stance.
What about this? The next president. This will be the next presidential ticket. It'll be Matthew McConaughey and then Vice President Ghislaine Maxwell. What do you think?
Mm, I
Pretty
prefer
good.
like maybe like a J-Lo kind of VP, you know?
Okay. I like
With-
this.
Just recreate the wedding planner.
You know what though? I'm really like I thought
If you know what I'm talking about. Do you know the wedding planner?
I s-
J-Lo and Matthew McConaughey?
are they romantic interests in that thing?
Oh, come on, you know it. It's J-Lo and Matthew McConaughey.
What's the best
They
what's
have to hook up at some point.
what's the best J-Lo? What's the best J-Lo movie, Chippy?
Selena, where
Ooh.
she played a Mexican American, even though she's Puerto Rican. Actually, she's New Yorican. She doesn't count. Sorry,
Selena
any
is
New Yoricans on here?
Selena is a legit good movie, right? I love that movie.
Yeah. Oh man, como la flor. And she did look a lot like Selena. I mean, we can agree with that, right? Sorry,
totally.
Mexico. It's true.
She nailed
Sorry.
it, and she wore the outfits, those Selena outfits.
Yeah.
She got them pretty good.
Yeah. So they wanted Selma Hayek to play Selena, but like, come on, guys, Mexico, calm down. Like, J-Lo look a lot like Selena. Come on.
She totally did. I think she's got more of a Selena vibe too.
Yeah.
Like she's like I feel like Selma Hayek's a little bit more she's a little bit more low key. You know what I mean? She's a little bit there's something like shy about her or something.
You think so? I mean, she literally put her toe inside of Quentin Tarantino's mouth. What do you mean?
Was that from Dusk Till Dawn?
Dusk Till Dawn, yeah. You know, there's a theory that Quentin Tarantino wrote that scene in the script just so he could get Salma Hayek to put her toe in his mouth.
Oh boy, there's an old so Quentin Tarantino used to go on Saturday Night Live all the time, and there's a
really?
sketch that he did where it's like it's him and Spike Lee and Oliver Stone, and then I think Gus Van Sant, and in the whole sketch, it's like the setup for the sketch is like directors on film, you know, like one of those like type of shows. But the whole time, Quentin Tarantino playing himself keeps saying that the only reason he makes movies is to like be able to like kiss the lead actress and stuff. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Oh my god! When do you think Quentin's gonna get Me Too, dude? If he
I'm
keeps
surprised.
talking about that stuff, he's gonna get Me Too'd.
He seems like the type of guy who's
He might get exposed.
yeah, and he hung. Of course, he was always hanging around those Weinsteins too.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Well, I came here to talk about, and I'm wondering if you've seen this movie, I Saw the Devil.
I Saw the Devil. No, what is this?
Korean.
What is this thing?
Oh my god.
What is
Okay,
this?
Kyle Hopper, I tagged you on this and you didn't answer. So hopefully if you come on today, you could talk about it. So it's a revenge Korean movie by the same director, and one of the main characters is Old Boy. It's the same people from Old Boy. The killer is the main guy from Old Boy. Great movie. It's about this guy. He kills the fiance and daughter of police officers.
No.
And the fiance decides to go on a revenge spree on this guy. And it's like the movie's about him like grieving and getting revenge on this guy, and whether it's like worth it.
You're welcome.
And is he becoming the monster? Here's a quote from it that I thought was awesome.
Let's hear
yeah,
it.
the movie got me fucked up. I had to take notes. I had to pause. It's very graphic.
Okay.
Very graphic.
Let's hear
Here's
it.
the quote. He can't become the monster to fight the monster. What do you think about that?
Really good.
I mean,
I love it.
beautiful.
Very poetic.
it-
Wait, what's this thing called again?
I Saw the Devil.
I Saw the Devil. That sounds really familiar. Maybe I did see
Yeah.
this movie.
And it's a revenge
pee-pee.
film. Like Reginald Swanson just mentioned that. Yeah. And I watched it because Bobby Lee constantly talks about it. He's brought it up a lot that he said it. If you like Old Boy, you have to watch I Saw the Devil. I believe he thinks it's better than Old Boy. And I would say it's up there. It's really good. Again, very graphic,
Mhm.
very violent, in your face violent. Like I had to pause a couple times. I've never seen such a violent movie in my life. I was like, oh my god, I can't. I need a minute.
Oh boy.
But
All right, sounds
know-
like I'm sold. I'm
yeah,
sold.
it's on Amazon Prime. And again, it's with the main guy from Old Boy. So anything with that guy is amazing. He's awesome.
Yeah, that guy
Yeah.
rules. That guy rules. And of course, Old Boy. Yeah, classic.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Chippy.
So, yeah, I
Chip-
love you. Thank you for having me again.
All right, Chippy, we're gonna do the. I forgot about this, but we're gonna do the Chipford Bachelorette thing soon. A lot of people have been sending messages. They're like, "I want to date Chipford."
But they have to
Please.
sign up.
Yeah, they got to sign up. We got to do a
Wait,
whole.
Pian,
there
Pian,
needs
if
to-
you're listening, we need to do something about this.
Yeah, we got to get a process going. All right.
For real. Okay. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye bye, Chip. Guys, I Saw the Devil. I Saw the Devil's. Okay, here we go. Eric W. in the chat. I saw the Devil is really good, but it's not the unadulterated epic mind F that Old Boy is. Yeah, Old Boy is definitely like a cool story too. It's a cool story and a good action movie. Boy, why did Spike Lee remake that thing though? That's what I wonder. Why did he remake that? Remake a bad movie. You know what I mean? Vinch? Vinch, are you there?
Hey, buddy, what's up?
Jesus Christ.
What up, Vinch? How are you?
Toilets.
I'm doing well. You're looking rather snappy today.
I'm trying to be a grown-up. For once in my life, I'm trying to not look like a little turd. You know what I mean? You ever?
I know what
you
you're talking about, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the struggle.
Well, what's up? What's up, Vinch?
Well, I would like to start off my take here with what you drinking. What are you drinking?
I got that Starbucks double shot espresso, my friend. Got a problem with that?
I have no problem with that.
All right. I thought you were gonna come
You
in.
got your suit. You got your Joe,
Mm-hmm.
No.
and you're ready to go.
Toilets. Toilets.
Exactly correct. Vinch, what the hell is your problem, and what's going on with you?
I went to Zoo Miami today.
You went to
The
Metro Zoo?
Yeah, formerly known as Metro Zoo.
Oh, they don't call it Metro Zoo anymore?
No more, my friend.
Oh boy.
It is a thing of the past. Yeah, and I want to tell you a quick little story.
Were you throwing things at the animals and stuff? You went there to give the animals a hard time? Are you that kind of zoo visitor?
I had an agenda. I'm just gonna say that,
You're
but I'm not gonna incriminate myself over here on live stream.
You're poking them. You brought your own stick to poke them. You brought one of those extending like selfie sticks, and you're just reaching over and giving them a nice poke in the face.
By the way, everyone who goes to these places, these zoos,
Mm-hmm.
everyone has selfie sticks. Everybody
Oh,
has
yeah.
selfie sticks.
Mm.
Amazing.
I went to the
This
last
is-
time. The last time I went to Metro Zoo was probably like I don't know, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, and they had this thing. I don't know if you remember this. Oh, you tell me if this is real. Did I imagine this? That they put a shower over like the part where people walk by the monkeys. All right, and the monkeys would pull this thing. They would like pull a chain or whatever, and it would wet people who were walking by. And the monkeys like loved this. People would have all their like electronics, camera gear, and they would accidentally walk under this thing, and the monkeys would just spray them with water. Does that still exist?
I don't think I remember a time when the monkeys did anything other than just hang out. This is a new thing to me. I didn't know they had this apparatus where they can spray people with water.
The monkeys are purely into doing, they're purely into doing ne'er-do-well things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember on the stream we had this whole like marathon of monkey pictures that we were sharing.
That's going to come back. We're going to bring that back. Chuck Van Ryzen has donated $4.99. Just do five. Just do five, Chuck. I listen to every stream, but I work night shift in a factory, so I can't chat. He's working in a factory. Shout out to all. Shout out to all. Shout out to all the soldiers who died to give me this day off work. Is he being sarcastic? He's being a little sarcastic there. Lucy Duke, thank you. First time on stream, imagining A.U. Nixon in Jinkos having a jolly good time. I would love to see Richard Nixon in Jinkos. Anyway, sorry, Vince. What's going on? I interrupted you into the zoo. You were agitating the animals. Were you brutally beaten by the guards and kicked out?
So I rented some bicycles that I don't know by the time you were there and 20 years ago where they had them.
Oh yeah, you can rent little bikes. Yes. Yeah,
so they had these like 2-person motorized bikes, not motorized. You pedal collectively to pedal. Then they have 4-seaters and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So I went with the lady, the missus.
Oh.
And she's like half of my height, so she's much shorter than me.
Did she have to?
She couldn't reach the pedals, and I pretty much had to like. She struggled to pedal on her side, and it was kind of a workout, honestly.
Oh boy! So you had to like kind of pick up the slack.
A little bit, just a little bit.
But the whole time I feel like maybe she was a little bit embarrassed because you kept throwing things at the animals, poking them. She was like, yes. oh boy. She had to like slink down, hide in the little car.
Yeah, we were going like 30 miles an hour, making a sharp turn, and I was like, put on the brakes. So we do a spinner. We just like park on the side. He's like, I gotta throw some shit at this lion.
You drift. You see the lions, and you're like, oh boy, I can't wait to throw things at the face of those lions. They can't get me. They can't even get me. I could do whatever I want to them. So you get so excited.
I throw drinks, cans, little like toys from the gift shop and chip bags.
You crush up. You guzzle your Monster Energy drink. You crush the can so that it's more dense, and then you're just trying to hit that lion right in the face.
Yeah, I chuck the crushed can like at an angle so it has like more like it catches more air, so it just like flings it at the tiger's eyeball.
So they have two weird things there. First is those like wax figures that you can get. There's this weird old machine. It has like a bubble top. It looks like something from an old arcade or something.
Yeah.
And it
you remember the smell?
That's exactly what I was gonna bring up. That is the most bizarre smell, that like steaming hot wax that creates this like
that smell.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
That smell embodies my childhood. Like that is literally 5 years old. 5 years old.
There's a couple smells that are so distinct that it's just like, oh, this is just like pokes something in your brain, pokes some consciousness button in your brain. It's like Home Depot smells like a really strong way, but that wax machine, boy, yeah, that is a smell, and it almost smells like a dangerous smell. Like if some of that wax gets on you, your whole arm will just melt off or something.
Yeah, I wonder if the mechanics that repair that stuff or like assemble it, they have like medical problems long term.
Oh my god! Are you kidding me? It's like you hear these stories about like the building of the construction of the Brooklyn Bridge and all this. Oh, like 1,000 guys died and they drowned. It's probably like even worse with those machines. Like the death rate for the people who maintain those machines is like 1 out of 1. Like they all die.
For sure.
By
Two more things if you give me some time. Just
All right.
one quick thing and then one other quick thing.
do rapid fire.
No.
Okay. So I saw in the chat you got on the stream you have something about like things you're thinking about, a pointless thing you want to buy right now. So I
Yes.
have one thing.
It's working. It's
And-
working. Yes, go.
It is working. By the way, it's
You're
working.
welcome. You're welcome.
Very good.
The next thing on my coveted wish list
Yes.
is headphones.
Ooh.
And
Make pee-pee.
I asked for recommendations. They say click on this link, check this price out. And I look at the price. I'm like, I don't need this, and I don't want this, but I really want this. So I go through this process where headphones all the time are either extremely cheap or extremely expensive. And I go through this cycle, this treadmill, where I'm rationalizing to do nothing about it after I juggle all these ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it happens, when I'm like finally at a moment of peace, I see an ad, I see a mention, someone talks about it, or a streamer is wearing awesome headphones, and then I go through the cycle again.
You get triggered. You see a guy with a cool headphones and it triggers you.
Triggered.
Oh boy. Well,
And
Vince,
one last thing before you flush me.
Wait, let me ask you one thing. How much are we talking for these headphones? How much you got to drop on these pieces of crap?
Okay, so it's not super expensive, the one I'm looking at, but
Hi.
there's ones that are up much higher. This
Okay.
one's like $80.
80 bucks, okay.
$80 with a wire, and without a wire, wireless, it's
Mhm.
about 150.
Mhm.
You're looking at something like that.
Okay.
So I'm not ready to jump the cliff yet.
What are you gonna do with these? Do they have a mic on them? Are you gonna get into gaming? You're gonna get in a Fortnite and say inappropriate things to kids
I've been doing that for far too long,
for years?
and it's probably time to stop.
We've been
The
we've been
sexiness.
we've been doing that before those kids were even born. We were like waiting for them to call them inappropriate names.
I was waiting for someone when I did Call of Duty. I would go in there, jump on the stream, or rather the game, and then I say, "Who's 14 years old?" And then someone says, "I'm 14 years old." I'm like, "Go, curse my head off at the kid," and then I'll be like, mission accomplished. I've done what I've come to do."
Very good. All right, Vince, you got anything else, or are you gonna get kicked off right now?
Before the flush,
Yes.
I want to say I did the cult of in this chat,
Mm-hmm.
and he has a good stream.
Who does? Wait,
Uh,
what? Who?
Cult of Dusty.
Cult of Dusty. He's in here.
I'm sorry.
He's in this thing. He's in this Discord.
No, it's funny. He has a Monday show at the same time.
Oh, damn him! Damn him!
So-
He's competition. He's been around forever. That guy. He seems like a cool guy.
Yeah, he's been around forever. Like
This one is for
he has videos that are like 13 years old.
This is
So,
for you, Paul.
But anyway,
This is for you, Paul Maddox. All right, bye, Vince. Love you.
all right, bye bye.
Now, Vince, that's a really good person right there. That's a good human being, despite what he was doing at that zoo. You know, that's the type of thing where he's probably should be banned. You know, as much as I like him calling in the show and he seems like a nice guy, you know, some of those animals are going to get hurt. He's going to put out one of those animals' eyes if he keeps throwing his empty drink containers at them and all this stuff. You know. M?
Hello.
Hey, what up, M?
Am I on already?
Yeah. How are you?
Hello.
What's up, M?
Why can't I hear you?
It's M now. Say what you want. Do what you want. M?
I can't hear anything.
M, can you hear me now?
Yeah, like I can, but it's super low. Like I don't know why my microphone isn't on. Hold on. I have the thing. Hold on.
Taking the show very seriously.
Shit, I'm gonna have to put my my earbuds in.
Vadim?
Hey, what's going on? Rami Brown.
Hi. How are you?
I'm angry with you.
Oh, boy.
You
Here we
this
go.
is
Public in public. Here we go.
yes, I'm going to shame you, okay?
Uh-oh.
I've been trying to get in touch with you for a long time, and we've been missing each other, and you said you were going to DM me. I did not get a DM from you.
Oh.
Do you realize, look, Rami, I made you, and I could break you. All I have to do is tweet out RM Brown is
Oh,
a
boy.
doo-doo head.
Oh boy.
And hail will rain, fiery hail will rain upon you the size of dodgeballs.
Plus,
and-
I've heard you have some secret documents that you would, some evidence, let's just say, that you would leak out that would be sort of embarrassing and incriminating for me.
I do have that footage of you and your girlfriend doing Conan and Red Sonja in the nude.
Oh boy.
So yeah, I don't want it to come to that. I don't want to basically publish revenge porn in order to make. But what would I look seriously though? I'll let you know right now what I'd like you to do if you're down.
Yes.
I'm finishing up a video. Hopefully, it'll be done within a week or so. I'm finishing up a video. It's sort of both talking about Elon Musk on SNL, and talks a little bit about how SNL has dealt with assholes over the years as well. Anyway, fun video for the kids. And after that, I want to do a live stream, and I would like you to co-host it with me, because the thing is I don't know if you know this, but recently I've been kind of I've had some sort of issues with sleep issue that I have, and it's kind of gotten worse. Nothing like, I don't want to make some sort of sob story here, but I'm not always, due to that general problem, I'm not always like great in like live stream situations. So it'd be cool to have someone, sort of like a wingman.
It is.
And I'm sure you'd get a lot of like, I don't know, subs out of it and stuff, and you'd be introduced to my audience and whatnot. So yeah, I was hoping we could make that happen like a day, 2, maybe 3 max after I drop that video.
Let's do it.
Sweet.
I'm in.
All right. So how have you been doing?
Pretty good. What can I say? I'm a little bit, look, I don't know if you heard did you hear the last call from Vince?
I did not. I was chatting with folks in the green room.
Okay, very good. He's a really good guy, but he was talking about how he went to the zoo and he went there just to throw things at the animals. And at first I thought it was funny, but now I think it might be kind of cruel to be hitting, like a lion who's been taken out of his habitat and he's forced to be in the zoo, and he's just getting, pegged all day with
Yeah, that's pretty horrible. Are you sure that he wasn't trolling you? Because that sounds like animal cruelty to me.
Yeah, we're gonna ban him.
What was he throwing at these animals?
I think he said like empty Red Bull cans and stuff like that.
Oh my God, that's.
I might have misunderstood. Like, that's the vibe that I got. I think also like it's a zoo in Miami that's pretty famous for having like a large group of flamingos, because it's in Miami, and they're beautiful. They're very strange animals. And I think he threw like a chicken wing at them or something. Like they have like fried, you go to the concession stand and he just he just gets that stuff to throw it at the animals. It's kind of, I don't know. We have mods. We have some mods here who are very good at like dealing with this kind of stuff, and I think we're gonna have a talk about.
Yeah, that should never be encouraged.
No,
have you ever seen the? It reminds me of, have you ever seen the footage of, I believe it's in Japan, there's this like chimpanzee that like people throw not at it, but they throw lit cigarettes into his habitat because he like will pick up he's basically addicted to nicotine now. He like
Oh,
picks
boy.
up cigarettes, and if you see footage of it, I mean, it's sad, but it's also it's also hilarious because he will just smoke like a regular human being. You know,
There's
he like
something
he'll
really.
he'll-
You're right. That is, it's not very healthy, but it is a really, really disarmingly cute to see a monkey just puffing away on a Newport or something.
Yeah, he'll take a drag and he'll like wait a moment, like you could tell he's like inhaling,
Oh.
and then he'll exhale it. It's I don't know if this monkey is still alive. I mean, I don't know technically what type of ape it is, but yeah, it's been years since I've seen it, so he very well could be dead of lung cancer. But
What if he became like a cigarette snob, where people are like throwing him like Marlboro Lights and stuff, and then he's like he won't smoke those. He'll only smoke like American Spirit Blacks or something.
Yeah, American Spirits are I mean, as far as cigarettes go, I'm not much of a smoker, but they're definitely a higher class brand than Marlboro. I was wondering,
Hit me up.
I mean, did you watch? Because again, I'm making a video on it. Did you watch did I ask you about this? Maybe I asked you about this. Did you watch the Elon Musk Saturday Night Live episode?
No, I mean I watched clips of it. I watched the Wario thing, and I watched the Wario thing, and I watched his intro. Oh, and I watched the Zoomer thing, the Zoomer Hospital or whatever it was.
Yeah, which is one of the worst things ever. That was probably the most notorious like cringe fest out of the whole thing.
I mean, look, like Saturday Night Live has had some of the funniest stuff ever. Like the Chris Farley coffee sketch, whatever other crap that's funny. I was just talking about the Tarantino thing is even really funny. But I heard that the ratings were really good for this episode because Saturday Night Live kind of fallen off. But people are not watching it because for positive reasons or they think it's going to be funny. They're watching it because they want to see like a train wreck, or his like weird fans want to see their hero.
I mean, yes and no. I think actually, like, since we're so online and we inhabit this sort of like left circle, I think maybe it might be easy to overestimate the number of. I mean, there definitely are people out there who realize what a horrible person Elon Musk is, but I can't tell you how many friends I have who are kind of they're left wing, but they're a little like political normies, like they wouldn't know who like a lot of the people, like someone like Tim Pool, they'd have no clue who that is and whatnot. And a lot of these people, like like every now and then they'll like Elon Musk will come up and they have no
people
clue
love him.
why they really they buy into this sort of I don't know, idea that he likes to put out there that he's sort of a mix between Tony Stark and Space Mandela.
I mean,
But,
the explanation that I've heard, I can't remember where I heard this from, but it's sort of like, somebody's talking about the Ken Klippenstein thing, which I am going to bring up. Yes. Reginald Swanson, you are way ahead of me, my friend. But the explanation I heard is that like there's kind of like a lot of crisis going on right now, like healthcare crisis, housing crisis, like things are not going very well for a lot of people. And instead of like, let's come together as a society, blah, 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 people are saying, oh, one guy is going to save us. One guy is going to save us from or from ecological catastrophe. And how is he going to do it like as an individual Iron Man genius? Like that's one explanation that I've heard. That is kind of convincing because it's like all his fans seem to be doing that. We're like, oh, this guy's such a genius and he's like so doing all this stuff that like he's gonna save everything. And it's just like, no, come on, man. It's not how it works.
It's really insane if you really dig into a lot of his ventures, a lot of his separate companies and the things that they propose. There are some things that he's doing that are genuine, like that are not scams and whatnot. But if you look at a lot of his things, there's one. I mean, if you're interested in kind of looking at this stuff, there's one channel called I think they're called One Real Skeptic.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look them up right now. And by the way, like the term skeptic was kind of flushed down the toilet by YouTube. So they're not like the sort of like Sargon of Akkad style skeptic. They actually have great data and science in their videos. And like, I mean, there are other channels besides them, but they're my favorite. There are so many things that he had and claims that he's made and things that he's working on that just are like they'll never work. He gets billions in dollars of subsidies for these companies and like he did this like underground railway thing. I mean, I think it's called oh man, I'm forgetting what it's called, but he made one in Las Vegas. He's making one in LA. He's making one, I think, in Chicago and Washington. And it's just like these things are like fucking death traps. Like I don't know. I won't go way into it, but the more you look into a lot of his ventures, the more that you realize that there's just a lot of fraud going on there. On one hand, you could say like maybe he's just ignorant and doesn't realize that these things are never going to happen, but I think he has to know. And
I think the guy from Some More News or whatever made a pretty interesting point too, where he was talking about like the dude is kind of like, there's an antisocial streak to a lot of what he does, and he kind of tied that into like going to space, where he's like he'd prefer to be away from people, like him and like whatever other billionaires would prefer to be like away from people. That's part of it, and that's part of the tunnel thing too. Is it's like, I mean, I went to New York recently, and like the subway system is awesome, and like you know, it made everything very easy, and you know, I've been to multiple places where they have good public transportation, and it's like, that's not, you know, that's something that we could do. That's not like a space fantasy, you know, like, but he's not interested in that, you know?
Yeah, I actually did watch that video recently because I wanted to I didn't see that he had made that video. I wanted to make sure. I'm actually really glad that I watched it because I was going to make a monorail reference in my video, and now I'm not because people will just accuse me of ripping him off. But there's one thing that I disagreed with him in that video, which is that he continually says, and maybe this is true, maybe he's an idiot and doesn't realize that this is, but I think he knows. Basically, One More News guy throughout the video was inferring that he's doing all these things to go to Mars, so because he wants to go to Mars, and it's like a means to an end. But the thing is that if you really look at it, I mean, going to visit Mars is definitely doable, but colonizing Mars, that's just never going to happen. It's just like, I won't go into it because it's like, I like have to bring up all this sciencey stuff, gets a little boring. But if you look into, say, like the feasibility of terraforming Mars, of just making food for a large group of people and just the living there without the radiation killing you, it would never in a million years happen.
We ain't there. We just ain't there. We ain't there yet. Now, who knows? Maybe you know, in the future we can have some you know, but there's so many steps. It's like skipping so many steps. Like we would need maybe more like space travel and more like all this kind of stuff. It just seems like it's like it's in the realm of fantasy right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, we would have to be able to change the human body on a metabolic level that is so far away from because I mean, there's just no way unless people are living deep down inside of like caverns far under Mars. The radiation would I mean, glass isn't going to protect you, plastic isn't going to protect you. I mean, there's so many fucking reasons why it's and you know this, he said that he would get 1 million people, literally 1 million people to Mars by 2050. It's pure science fiction, but people love it. So
I have to say, Don in the chat, He's bringing up the Crime of the Century documentaries. I heard the one about I can't remember her name, but the socialite in New York who was like tricking everybody that she was an heiress. I heard that one's really, really good. So Crime of the Century, everybody, let's do a watch party on that because that one actually sounds pretty interesting. The whole thing was that like she was a grifter. I can't remember her name. Whatever, it was a big story a couple of years ago, but there were a lot of people like re-grifting, like she was sort of around a lot of grifters, which I've heard it makes the story very interesting. But anyway, sorry, Vadim.
No, that's fine. I'm not familiar with that
Crime of the
one,
Century.
but it reminds me of, have you ever seen or read the play? The play is better than the movie. 6 Degrees of Separation.
No, what's this?
It's not the first acting role. Of course, he had already done Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and stuff like that, but it's the first like serious acting role that Will Smith did, and it really kind of facilitated his bigger career in film and whatnot. But it's based on a true story. He plays this guy who it said he was the son of Sidney Poitier. You know, the actor Sidney Poitier is a famous black actor from like the majority of his films are like the 50s and 60s.
Great actor. Great actor.
Yeah. One of the all-time best actors, really. Anyway, he said he posed as Sidney Poitier's son, and these like just upper class people in New York took him in and basically let him live at their house. And they made a movie. I think Donald Sutherland's in it. This is a thing. This is there's another one. Oh man, it's about a guy who pretended to be Stanley Kubrick. Remember? Oh damn it. I haven't heard about this.
That movie is so good. That movie's so good. I think it's called Call Me Stanley or something like that. Hold on.
Is it a documentary?
No. It's like a fictionalized thing. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Damn it. Stanley. Oh, no, god damn it. It's one of those it's John Malkovich plays a guy who, I think this happened in real life, just started walking around pretending to be Stanley Kubrick. It's such an underrated movie, but he really like gets into all this like financial crap. It's called Color Me Kubrick, I think.
Okay.
Color Me Kubrick, yes, starring John Malkovich. This is my favorite John Malkovich movie. Anyway.
Really? Even
Yes.
better than being John Malkovich?
Oh my god, I would put this movie up against that movie anytime. Because it's him. It's him, and it's also like it's a very real role. Like there, it's like you really like feel for this guy, but also it's like super sensational at the same time.
I wonder if I would imagine that there's been a reduction in people successfully getting away with posing as famous people because of the fact, the internet and all.
Yeah.
You have to be you'd have to be like pretty like either you'd have to ingratiate yourself with total fucking idiots.
Yep.
Or just, I don't know, be some sort of like mastermind to pull that off in this day and age.
I would
think.
it would be like you would have to go one level deeper. I would be like, hey, yeah, I'm Jake Paul's assistant. Like let me in this place. I'm Jake Paul's assistant, and then maybe you would get away with some scam or something.
That reminds me, I'm not gonna watch it because I have no interest in it. But that there's this Friends reunion. Right. And
I heard about that, yeah.
And hey, I watch Friends every now and then in like the 90s and whatnot. And
it's okay. No, don't be ashamed. There's no shame. Don't be ashamed.
It was a good. No, I'm not. It was a great cast. Like really they. But I have no. I have no interest whatsoever in watching the reunion.
I had that haircut. That haircut got really popular. I got that haircut.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Everyone should get Friends haircuts.
The Rachel. It's called the Rachel. Yeah.
I'm familiar with it, but so I was like for a few days on Twitter, I was just bombarded with all this like Friends reunion crap, and I was like, this is just it is obnoxious. Like it's I don't know. Okay, good for them, and I'm sure people like it and whatnot, but it just looks so corny. But then I started thinking like, oh no, in like 20-30 years, we're gonna have like whatever the name of the dumbass clique that Jake Paul is a part of. Those are the kind of like reunions that we're gonna
Yes.
have. We're gonna have
Yes.
like Jake Paul and Tana Mongeau, or I have no clue if I'm pronouncing her name correctly.
FaZe Clan, the FaZe Clan reunion.
The FaZe Clan reunion, and people are gonna like love it, and it's just I don't know. I'm not looking forward to seeing society devolve that much.
Well, Vadim, on that note, can I will private message you.
You can flush me, but you will but private message me on.
I've committed. I've already
on
committed.
Twitter.
I've committed to
and
this thing you're doing already.
I will make your life a living hell if you don't do this.
All right, done. Consider it done. I'll talk to you in the DMs.
Okay. Well, Rami, I love you, man. I don't mean to. I don't want to end on a angry
down
note.
note.
So
No, it's beautiful. It's perfect.
okay.
And everybody loves you, and I'm glad to hear from you.
Yeah, and everybody have an awesome Memorial Day. Just I hope it's nothing short of a nonstop pleasure to sheer sensation. Great to be here. Thanks for having me. Later.
Bye-bye. Now that's what we call a good person right there. Phase up. The worst part of HBO Max right now, this is from Don. The worst part of HBO Max right now is having to dodge the Friends reunion garbage. Oh, are they pushing that thing really hard? They're like, oh, what's Joey been up to lately? What was his catchphrase? He was like, "Hi, how are you?" Was that Joey's catchphrase? Hey, how's it going? How's everything in your life? Was that it? I don't know. I wasn't a big fan, so fill me in on what the catchphrase was. Anyway, guys. Wait, what? There were some other things I want to talk about. Oh, I do have something that I want to talk about, actually. I got a couple, like presidential... Weirdly, like, the two things I wanted to talk about are both presidential assassination related. First of all, somebody already brought this up. The Ken Klippenstein thing. He's like a guy who's always on Twitter or something. I don't know what he does. But, hold on. Does anybody... This is real, right? I'm not taking a bite out of the onion right now. This is real. Ken Klippenstein wrote to Matt Gaetz on Twitter. He wrote, "Matt Gaetz, my grandpa's a big fan of yours and is a veteran. He would be thrilled if you could retweet this photo of him for Memorial Day. Here he is as a young private first class." And it's Lee Harvey Oswald. And he put an American flag. What an absolute dope that idiot is. What an absolute dope. Like, at this point, for Matt Gaetz, like, why, you don't have to do this anymore, Matt. He's got, like, a rich family. Like, why not just drop off into, go on an island or something? Why keep doing this? That's what I don't understand with these guys. Why keep going? We'll talk about the other one. There's one more presidential assassination related thing that I found fascinating and amazing that you won't believe. Shen?
Hi, how are you?
Shen, what is up? How are you?
Hi, I didn't expect to be the next person on. Emily has got her mic issue solved. I desperately have to go to the restroom. Can you switch us out real quick? I'm so sorry.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, let's give Emmy another chance. Emmy, you were really... I don't want to say ruining the show, but definitely dragging the show down into the gutter and the sewer and the toilet and into some kind of a barf puddle with your technological issues. So
Are you speaking to me?
I would like to say to you, what is your problem? Why are you ruining the show?
Because I'm old and I don't know how to work Discord. I don't know. My shit wasn't working.
All right, we'll let it slide. We'll let it slide this time.
Hi.
Well, this is probably the last time I'm gonna call in for a while because I have work. I have work now. So
Why?
But anyways, yeah.
What?
So,
Wait a second. Wait a second. So you're too busy at this job of yours to call in. You can't tell those customers to calm down for a second.
They're not customers. They're patients, sir.
Oh, you can't tell so somebody's dying. You know,
COVID.
Somebody's dying of COVID. They're in a critical condition, and they're like, "Please, miss, like, can you check my medicine?" And then you're like, no, hold on, I got to talk to this guy about diapers and toilets on his stream.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of which, so I got my second. I had to get I got my second COVID vaccine, so I could go work for this place, anyways. But I got a weird kind of side effect from it that nobody really tells you about.
What is it?
So I want to ask the chat if anybody here experienced it, male, female, in between, whatever. But I got a sore titty from the second shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was weird. It's like they injected so I got it in my arm like a normal person.
I was
right?
gonna ask,
And,
did you go to some weird, like, oh yeah, no, this is a medical clinic and it's some guy's like Honda Accord or whatever, and he just
What? No.
he just like, oh, you
I was
have to
about
take your
to.
shirt off. You have to take your shirt off for the shot.
They had a shortage in my county, so I was about to. But no, well, I went to the county hospital. Anyways, so the shot itself I didn't feel, but then maybe about I don't know, 6 to 7 minutes later, I felt this really intense pain. You know where the titty meets the armpit?
Sure, I mean, I've heard about it. Sure.
Yeah.
I don't have
The
a
titty
personal
meat?
never seen it in real life, but I've heard about it.
You know about the titty meat, right? No, right where it meets the armpit. Like I got a really sore, it was the muscles in that area. Those pectoral muscles were sore for quite a while. But anyways, the reason why I bring up the sore titty is because I have more.
You have a taker on this. Lucy Duke seems to have had the same issue.
Oh, that's crazy. It was on my left side, the same side I got the shot in.
Oh,
but it
boy.
didn't kick in. Yeah, it was really weird. I don't know. They just like injected the venom straight into the titty.
What if it deflates? What if it deflates? Now you just have like one like empty balloon and then one normal one. That'd be weird.
Oh God, let's hope not.
Hope that doesn't happen.
So far, so good. They're still symmetrical.
All right.
Anyway, so so speaking of titty meat, are you a Patrice O'Neal fan at all?
You know what? Like, I haven't listened to any Patrice O'Neal in a long time, but I remember like years ago, like before he died and stuff, that I really liked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend checking out his special. He's got, but his most famous one and one of his best ones is called Elephant in the Room.
Okay.
I'll send you all the links to your Discord inbox because you know I'm already spamming you with the cigarette shit. So
yes, please.
I'll send and so I'll send you the it's really good, but you'll see why
he's great. You know what? He also seemed like one of those guys who is just like, man, he seems like fun. Like I want to be like friends with him and hang out with him. You know what I mean?
He was taken too soon. You know what? Somebody had even made, when Michael Brooks died, somebody even kind of made drew parallels, even though they were like different. You know, one was a comedian, one's like a journalist or whatever. But I would tend to agree that they both had their life taken
way prematurely.
Like, just as they were starting to hit their stride, like just when they were about to take off. Yeah. Boom.
Now they're frozen in time. These guys.
Right. So I do agree with that analogy, and I'm gonna miss both of them. So I will send you Elephant in the Room to your Discord. And before you flush me, let's talk Tom Talks. Are you watching it yet?
I haven't watched it. Tom Segura, not MAGA Tom Segura. There's that guy on the Tim Pool show. Not We need to specify.
We talk about this every time.
You know what's weird too, Em, is that I know a guy. He's like basically like an acquaintance of mine. He's like a friend of a friend who has Tom Segura vibes. Like,
we don't have a Tom Segura in our
we've talked about, there's always like, but there's a type of guy who like, he kind of looks like Tom Segura. He's usually like a big guy. And it's like, I'm like, there's the Tom Segura guy that I know.
So listen, so it's just his regular YouTube channel, but there's a section called Tom Talks, and he does a lot of cool interviews. Like we were talking about that one where he interviewed the ex-DEA agent that was trying to take down not Fidel Castro, the Colombian dude.
Pablo
The
Escobar.
narco dude. Yeah, trying to take down Escobar. That is a really good interview. Really good interview. If you read it, I highly recommend that.
All right.
One more thing.
As
one-
long as
one
he
more
keeps
tiny
Bert,
thing.
as long as he keeps Bert Kreischer off the show. Whenever Bert
Yeah,
Kreischer
don't-
gets involved, I'm like, I
agreed.
can't
I
do
agree.
this.
Yeah, just avoid Two Bears, One Cave. That's their podcast together. I just wanted to tell you though, I really so I super appreciate you and all the work you've been doing. I still
Damn.
listen to all
I
the
can't.
playbacks.
I can't
I
accept
still
this. I
listen to
can't
all-
accept this.
But listen, I wanted to tell you, dude, you need to take a break every once in a while. Like, don't feel you owe us a live stream every single week. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna get burnt out. This is just my perspective to you. But like,
They
I don't want
deserve,
you to
these
like.
people don't deserve. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it.
We
They
don't
deserve.
deserve
Gotta
you.
work for this.
We don't deserve you, Romulus.
I don't.
Brown.
No, I don't. I don't deserve you, Em. And I'm glad to talk to you. And you are classic. You're a classic. You do see. Like, look, you definitely do not have Tom Segura vibes, but you have like the same like friend. Like, I'm like, I could be friends. This person sounds like fun to go out and have a fun time with.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
Exactly. That's why I got hooked on your channel in the first place.
Em, you are fun, and I will talk to you soon.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Good person right there. That's what we call a classic good person. Okay, the other presidential assassination story that I wanted to talk about is a little guy, goes by the name of John Hinckley Jr. John Warnock Hinckley Jr. Is an American criminal who on March 30th, 1981, attempted to assassinate U.S. President Ronnie Reagan in Washington, D.C., and he had a very interesting motive. Hinckley was reportedly seeking fame in order to impress actress Jodie Foster. So there's a lot of guys, we've talked about like dating. How can I date somebody? How can I get somebody to notice me? Like Chippy, that person who calls in Chipford, desperately trying to seek attention to try to get a mate. And she's doing all this weird stuff. Like I think she said that she like hid in somebody's house or something. I can't remember. She like broke into somebody's car to try to get their attention. You could, I'm saying like this is an option. Is it a good option? Who's to say? I mean, I didn't say that. You said that. But and here's the interesting thing. Here's where it takes an interesting twist. You can read more about John Hinckley Jr. He has a YouTube channel, and he's, I have to say, got a very good voice.
This is the majesty of love. When every couple settles down,
Why?
goodness will be found.
Why?
This is the majesty of love.
Really pretty good songwriter. Is this the same guy? Look, is this? It looks like him, and everybody in the chat is saying this actually was. Reagan would be proud. So I guess this is him. We love to see it, and we're really proud of him for the music also. Oh, Craig.
Craig. Chaotic Craig. Chaotic Craig. Chaotic Craig. He's on your leg. He's in the chat. It's his first time on the episode. It's time to talk.
Craig?
What up?
This is your first time watching this stream program?
Yeah.
I'm really happy.
Yeah, this is my live stream deflowering.
Very nice. How is it going so far? This is what you're thinking. You're like, this is not for me, right?
I mean, the conversation is literally me right now, so.
All right.
I could make it for me.
Chaotic Craig, thank you for watching this program. Do you have anything? I don't know if you saw these topics. Is there anything that you want to waste money on? Like something that you could never justify buying. Like something that you think is cool, but you're like, hey, this is not necessary. Or is there something you're trying to do in your life that you're not doing it? Is there anything like that going on right now, Craig?
Is there anything in my life that I want to do but I'm not doing it?
Yeah, is there something where you're like, there's something that I have like a dream to do something, but I'm not like taking the steps necessary to do it?
I mean, I do have that, but I feel like I am taking the steps.
Very
to get there.
good.
Just not quickly enough,
All right.
I guess.
Do you want to tell us what you're trying to do, or are you trying to keep it secret?
No, I like making clothes. I don't know what it is. I like costuming.
Oh, very nice. Like,
I think
is it for like stage stuff, or it's just like you just want to like have people wearing this out in the street?
No, I think I grew up playing video games where everyone was wearing these dramatic costumes.
Mm-hmm.
And I have like my own somewhere in my vision that I would like to manifest, but it's any other artists might understand it's a long journey to manifest your vision. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, will you do like what's the first step? You have to like draw these things out or something?
Depends. I don't take that careful approach to most things. I just go for it. So I just bought like scrap fabric and started using my mom's broken sewing machine and just went at it.
Oh my god. Hey,
gotta make a pillowcase.
This feels
and then
like
move up from there.
This feels like such a beginning to a fantastical story. Well, will you keep us updated on your journey to, basically being the greatest costume maker of all time?
Heck yeah. I wanna look like Ganondorf or Gandalf or I don't know.
All right.
You take your pick.
All right. Love you, Craig. Talk to you later.
Hey, I love you, man. Your content's fantastic. Thank you for doing what you do.
You're fantastic too. Bye-bye. Very nice. Very nice person. Wouldn't that be cool if he could make me a costume? Make me a costume, please. Would it kill you? Donovan?
Yo. Hello.
Hey. Donovan, what's up? Can I call you Donnie?
That's funny. I had like a childhood friend's mom that called me Donnie and I hated it, but now all my friends started calling me Donnie and now I've gotten used to it.
It's kind of annoying, right? Hey, Donnie. Yeah. Hey, Donnie.
Donnie. It's like,
Donnie.
oh, yeah.
Hey, Donnie, I got a deal for you over. Donnie, check this out. Look what I got. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Donnie,
like some
look
Sopranos extra.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
Donnie, there's this truck coming through, Donnie, and we want you to go. You'll be the guy who distracts the guy. You know?
Yeah. I have a concept that I've now envisioned. You know all these self-help guru scammers? Like Jordy Peterson and all these guys?
Jordy Peterson. Who's another one? There's wait, let's get some of these.
I don't know many more of those guys.
You know who
but I know they exist.
You know who's maybe even worse is like what's that guy's name? Gary Vanderchunk. Very Gander.
I don't know that man.
Oh god. He's one of these guys who's like social media. I think he started off like he worked in a wine place or something, and then he just he wrote a book that's like he's like, you gotta hustle to get what you want, and now he's like
gotta get the grind.
He's like, yeah, he's a rise and grind guy, and he's like,
exactly.
He's always going on and on about social media and stuff.
I wake up at 3 a.m.
Yes, exactly.
So I have a central metaphor, right? You know how Jordan Peterson has like the whole lobster shtick, and that's his deal?
Yeah.
My central metaphor of how to live life is this. You know when you're a little kid, you're at the zoo, and you're at the gorilla enclosure, and there's a big sign, it's like, don't look the gorilla in the eyes, because it'll get intimidated and attack the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And your dad just like is like, I'm gonna do a funny bit and stare this fucking gorilla in the eyes.
Donnie, I'm gonna get this gorilla, Donnie.
I'm gonna look him right in the eyes. That's how you live life. You look at the gorilla in the eyes. And that's my thing. and I'm gonna write a book and make $1 million.
Very good. I like this. Good
Look
idea.
at that.
Good idea. You could call it the Gorilla Eyesight. The
Ooh,
Gorilla
gorilla,
the Gorilla
eyesight.
The Gorilla
What's the,
Eye Set.
There's some right-wing freak, his name's like Posobiec or something, and he made some book called like How to Achieve Gorilla Mind or something.
Yeah.
How to unlock Gorilla Mind.
That guy is he's a weird guy.
I don't know anything about him besides Gorilla Mind, and that made me smile.
He's like one of those
So I'm
guys.
sure he's very nice.
He's one of those
Zoos
guys.
are funny.
Zoos are funny, right? Well, I would say that like zoos are probably bad, right? Zoos are
Nowadays they aren't. They used to be.
Right.
But nowadays most of the time they're not. Most of the time they're actual like research organizations and all that.
I would say that like certain approaches to zoos can be bad. Like when
Yeah.
Did you hear what Vince was saying? This guy Vince, he's really
Yeah,
he's like the nicest guy. And Mike, his
Yeah.
name's Mike Cernovich. That guy, that
Mike
weirdo.
Cernovich, that's it.
Is that guy still like alive? I don't know.
Alive.
but he, you know, it's like it's sort of like the David Paxton thing. Is that like he's a
Yeah.
very, very nice guy, but then you kind of learn like what they're all about, and he dragged his poor wife. You know, he wouldn't even let her drive the little
Yeah.
bike, and he was
Yeah.
pegging. You know, like throwing really hard at the face of these flamingos and monkeys on his empty food containers. You know.
Yeah.
I sort of
remember.
I get the attraction because part of having the animal is in the zoo is we captured you. We like it's sort of like
we're
this show
above
of
you.
force. Yeah. Like, oh, this is how
Look at
humans
you.
evolved. We're like the masters of the earth, and like he wants to tap into that of like
Exactly.
we're really you have to do what we say, including taking my like crunched up
This beautiful king of the jungle has to fucking get my knuckle sandwich.
Exactly. He throws
last-
his crushed Nas energy drink at them, you know?
The last zoo I was at, I was visiting family like a few years ago, and I went to the Toledo Zoo,
Mm-hmm.
and they have this restaurant, and it's like a themed restaurant, and the theme is that the restaurant is where the chimpanzee enclosure used to be. So you're like eating where the chimpanzees used to live in like the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
But they have pictures of like the chimpanzee exhibit from the
Mhm.
50s and 60s, and it's the saddest thing.
Oh,
It's like
boy.
one chimpanzee in like a cage, and there's no like leaves or trees
Oh
or
my
anything. It's
God.
just sitting there. And I'm like,
Oh,
you don't have to show me this picture.
oh boy. Like one sad chimp with like matted fur.
One chimp per
He's got-
cage.
He's got
It's
sad,
literally like a
sad look.
cartoon
Oh god.
jail cell, basically.
Oh boy.
And
Oh
you
boy.
go to look at the chimp with a sad face.
What if you worked at that restaurant, how many times, like there's got to be some guy who works on that restaurant who's like, hey, hope you enjoy the meal, and he points to like, or he like nods his head toward one of the chimp pictures, like, and then he winks at you like that's chimp meat that you're about to
He
eat.
didn't enjoy his life. That poor wild animal. I feel like monkeys, they're both the most fun animal to look at and the most sad, because it's like you should be out in the wild. You should be slinking on a tree.
It's like if you went, because they just look like little people, and it's like if you went to go stare at like captured people, like it's a bad.
like
This
some
might be
Slaughterhouse 5 shit.
yeah, exactly. This might be a very bad instinct that we've tapped into with these zoos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the fucking Ardipithecus ramidus brain. or
And
whatever.
then also that guy was talking about Miami. There's this parrot jungle where
Oh.
they make the parrots like ride around on bikes, and people are like,
yeah.
you know.
I have to say, I'm from the Florida Keys, and so my zoo Miami was what it's called now, was like my childhood zoo. And when you brought up the fucking wax shit, that was like unlocked brain. I forgot
That's-
all about those wax
that's-
statues.
Does that make sense the way I described that? Of like, it smells like it's gonna hurt
Yeah,
you. Like it smells like it's gonna burn
exactly.
you. Yeah.
You're on like this on the school field trip, and someone puts like a quarter in, and it's like, was this worth it?
That thing, you know what's another thing about those? So it gives you just these I don't think we totally
Yeah,
explained
it's
this.
like the wax figures of the animals.
Like it looks like an old factory, like inside of
Yeah.
a bubble. It pushes
Yeah.
together with these steel things. It pushes these things together. It injects wax into it, and then it creates a mold of like a lion or 3 monkeys or
Isn't
whatever.
it like? Isn't that like a little game thing too, where like you'll go to the exhibit and it'll be like, find the little wax machine to make your thing?
Yep, exactly. Yeah, they do that. But the
how
other
much
thing-
money you think they make off that?
Oh, they make it. They're expensive too. They're like $10. This piece
Yeah.
of crap. And the other thing is about that I remember is that it looks like you want to take a bite out of it because you can. You can just like
It's
it's
just
wax.
a solid color.
Yeah, exactly. You just chew
Some
that
blue
thing.
gorilla.
That's what I
Yeah.
did when I was a kid, and they take you to the zoo on like a field trip. I would get all the kids would have that thing, and mine would just have
That
a
explains
big.
it.
Mine would have a big bite mark out of it.
Yeah.
All right, Donnie, I love you.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
I love you. Yeah. I love you. No, thank you. Bye bye.
Hi.
Shenanigans, welcome back.
Thanks for having me back. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Finally, M got her crap working. You know, that was like I didn't know if we were gonna have to permaban her. You know?
Oh yes, of course. That's what we do around here. We swing the ban hammer with reckless abandon.
Yeah, and I want to let everybody in the Discord and the chat know you will, for the slightest offense, you will be permabanned. Okay?
Yes.
You look
I
at.
thought you were going to say that I would beat them up in a Denny's parking lot for this.
You will also be beaten in a Denny's parking lot by Shen. You will be thrown into a into the the back, like the dumpster in the back behind the Denny's.
Yes.
All of this. It's a people.
I'll even throw hot cakes on top of you just to add insult to injury.
Yep, like they were talking about.
Oh, can you play the splat noise? Did you do it?
You can't hear it, but I just did it.
Oh hell yeah! I'll hear it later.
And
I always listen back to.
somebody's saying that I'm wearing corduroy pants for sure. One of the funniest tweets I ever saw I've seen recently.
Wait, they think you're wearing pants?
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, you are sorely mistaken, my friends. But somebody said that Ruffle. What are they called? Ruffle chips? No, not Is it Ruffles? The one with the ridges. It's Ruffles, right? That those
ridges or the ruffles.
Ruffles.
Ridges.
Ruffles.
Can you imagine if in a parallel universe they're called ridges?
Ridges. but Ruffles are just corduroy chips. What do you think of that?
Oh my god, they are.
Yeah, they are.
That's nice.
Hey.
Yeah, nah. You do seem like somebody who
I'm Michael
might
Barbaro.
own like a corduroy jacket or something. You've got this professor vibe going on. We've talked about it behind your back.
I've tried. I think I did when I was like a kid. I was like I tried to do a corduroy jacket, and it's just like you look like a total creep. You look like a briefcase.
You got
kid.
maroon sweaters.
Well, Shen,
That's all you need.
sorry to derail everything. What's going on?
You're wonderful. A lot's going on.
Let's hear
Oh, yeah,
about
the
it.
voice modulator.
Let's hear
Yeah.
about it.
Yes. So I think that we've kind of been talking a little bit past each other, and when that digital person came on and was like, "Hey, here's some stuff about art, and this is a thing I do in my class," it really brought to light that there's like some basic facts about art, or things that I see as facts about. I don't know. It's so nebulous, right? That's the
Mhm.
tricky part.
Right.
But I think that there's like a basic understanding that we share about art in this community that's a little bit freer from hierarchy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite artwork that I've ever seen in my life was when I was 10 years old. My siblings, each of my siblings did a floor, and my mom did a floor of this dollhouse.
Mm-hmm.
The dollhouse was made out of a bookshelf. I needed a bigger bookshelf that year because I wanted more books. So I thought it was thrown away, but they repurposed it, and they put it together using scraps wherever they could find. My mom used some aluminum foil to make like little picture frames in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I've ever made art to that level yet in my life.
I don't know. Maybe It could be a childhood thing, like a little kid. Little kids make a pretty good art, I have to say that. Especially visual art,
True.
because they're not, they're not held back by anything. They're just
I
like, oh,
didn't
I'm gonna
make
make
it.
a.
My family made it.
Oh, your
My
family.
family made it for me.
Okay.
My mom, my siblings, they teamed up. We couldn't afford a dollhouse.
Ah,
So
I
they
see. I see.
made me one out of an
Gotcha.
old bookshelf that they were going to toss out.
Oh, that's actually really cool. Damn.
It was
Damn.
amazing and it meant so much to me. And I cried at the time and I cry when I think about it sometimes because I'm very sensitive.
That's all right.
Yeah, but like that made me cry. I saw a Cy Twombly painting in Berlin. It's very abstract. It's non-representational ish, and but it hit, and I finally got why people like Cy Twombly. So it's
Yeah.
like these things are on the same level in my head. They're
Mhm.
not. It's not that Cy Twombly if that dollhouse would be maybe I could sell it for $50 on Facebook Marketplace. Right?
Mhm. Yep.
And the Cy Twombly painting is millions of dollars.
Mhm. Right.
So what? Bullshit.
You know
You
what?
know?
I would say we gotta say Twombly definitely taps into the little kid approach to art for sure, right?
Yeah. I think that's why I went there actually when you said that. But that Saturday morning cartoon values thing is like super important and we're all kind of tapping into that energy. And I like it because when we're kids, we make art together, right? It isn't
Mhm.
this like, oh, I'm scared somebody's going to rip me off. It's, hey, we're on the same team and we're all working on the same thing and this is a conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's also like fun. Like I actually went to. Yeah, I think it was not to seem like a fancy pants here, but I went to the Guggenheim.
No worry.
And they had they have like little rooms, and one of the little rooms was they were like, let's let some of the kids of New York City put their stuff, which is like, it's a great thing to do. Let's let these little New York City kids put up their whatever they made, whatever the thing that they cut out papers and made. And a bunch of them made these masks, with like a construction paper
Oh
that I
my
was like,
gosh.
these are great. Actually, and I'm not even like trying to be nice to these little rats.
Yeah.
Some of them were like legit. I was like, you could do like some kind of a Adult Swim animation out of these. These are
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's perfect. And I think that's why I keep referencing the Dadaist movement and the Fluxus movement. Like the art that they made cost very little to make. And
Mhm.
a lot of it, like at the time, was worthless
Mhm.
and was treated as worthless even at the time. These
Right.
are movements that were rediscovered later because they didn't do capitalism right.
Mhm.
Like I want
Yeah.
to be one of those movements. That's what I think toiletism. So when you say that, when I see these people and the work they make, that's what I'm thinking. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, for sure. And a guy in the
And?
chat is trying to steal that other guy's thunder, and he says Vincent
Ooh.
Gallo sucks again. They're
Vincent Gallo sucks.
still saying they're still saying it. All right, Shen, I will talk to you.
Hey, I got one more thing. If
Okay,
I can,
go for it.
Okay,
Fire it out.
If it's kosher.
Fire
Okay,
it
yes.
out.
What?
You said that you were committed when you were talking to Hey It's Vadim.
Mm-hmm.
I think that creative commitment is important, but also that trust is important too.
Well,
Because
I
when
was-
it feels like
I was-
people don't trust you to finish your creative projects,
Yeah.
yeah, only the positive. Don't compartmentalize. Don't make it a thing.
Well, I was clearly lying to him. I'm not doing that thing. No, I'm just
You're so gonna do it. You gotta do it.
No,
Come
I'm just
on.
kidding.
You do
All right.
so good.
All right, Shen, I will talk to
Okay.
you soon. Now I'm double
Okay,
committed.
have a good night.
Bye-bye. That would be funny if I'm like on the stream and I'm just like, yeah, no, of course I'll do that, and then just like never show up. That would be not very nice. That would not be very nice, now would it? Absolutely no. Absolutely not. I was trying to find. I really wanted to show the stream that Directors on Directing sketch from the '90s with Quentin Tarantino playing himself, where he just keeps saying over and over again that the only reason he cast Uma Thurman in his movies is because he like wanted to make out with her or whatever. It's probably wouldn't get away with this today, but very funny sketch. And then for some reason, only the audio is available. So It's called SNL Directors on Directing with Quentin Tarantino. There's a lot of stuff like that. These weird old sketches that are like impossible to dig up now. It's kind of annoying. The other thing, if anybody does this, is anybody on Letterboxd here? Hit me up on here if you're on Letterboxd. Let's read some funny Letterboxd. I wanted to find more of these, but this is all I could find. But these are pretty funny. Actually, just this one is funny. That somebody on a list of film protagonists you could take in a fight, somebody picked Jiro from Jiro Dreams of Sushi, that little old guy. Not nice. Not nice. Not very nice. Let's look at some of guys, let's look at some of the chats really quick. Can we? Oh, Emmy's just donated because she wanted to get back on the chat. Matthew Guess, thank you very much. Guys, oh, it's on Vimeo. Should we just watch it? Like, is that like a lame... Is that a lame way to spend a stream? Forget it, guys. Thank you so much to the chat for pointing out that you can find Directors on Directing, a very stupid but funny Quentin Tarantino sketch. Go watch it on your own. Not my problem. Okay? Thank you. Fisher?
Fisher. He is the next on the chat. Get it on the Discord. Don't be sore.
Here in the Discord making the day, I'm gonna have a great conversation with the RM Brown. The man, there he is. Yeah, he's really old. He's really old. His brain goes slow. My name is Fisher, and the brain. What?
Yes, Fisher, you're right. My brain, I could never freestyle because my brain just can't do it.
Me neither. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I'm too much of a dimwit, I think.
RM Brown, you cannot call yourself a dimwit.
But
you're too dim-witted. You're too dim-witted to be a dimwit.
I'm not a dimwit. I'm gonna stick with it. You ever hear people freestyling and it's just like what you're saying makes no sense. Like you're just saying gibberish at this point.
Yeah. I mean, hey. Shen was saying though, the non-expression is kind of its own kind of thing.
The non-expression?
Well, no, not.
What?
Just the
what?
You're randomly throwing out colors and stuff, on a lot of these abstract paintings. Sometimes you're just randomly throwing out words in the middle of a freestyle rap.
The free association. You're like,
that's what it is. Yeah.
You're like, I'm my flow is so tight that I go to sleep at night and I keep it right. And you're in my sight, So I'm look, that was off the dome actually.
Oh,
so
I know. See, I actually thought you had that prepared. So
yeah, it probably It probably sounded like I wrote all that down and I was just like reading off it or something. But no, that's off the dome.
Yeah.
It's off the dome. So you're welcome.
Dude.
You're welcome for that.
Exactly.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Hey, and I didn't even have to pay. I didn't even have to pay for that show.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far.
I paid.
All right, very good. Fisher, is your tech working? Fisher, are you with me?
Hello?
Fisher, fix your tech.
What? Is my tech not working?
It stopped for a second there.
Oh.
Well,
yeah, so, I don't know. Weird.
Fisher, enough of this bull crap. What do you got
Enough
for us?
of this bull crap.
What do you got for
Okay,
us tonight?
so last time we talked, I was moving back in with my parents. We were talking about that.
Mhm.
It's going good, but I have some unfortunate news. My dad sent a PragerU video to the family group chat.
Oh boy.
Hi. It's a Mike Rowe video.
Mhm.
Our boy Mike Rowe, work hard.
Yes, Michael Rowe, the great worker of our time.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a worker. He works all right. He spat the dirty truth. And the video in question is called Don't Follow Your Passion. So imagine me, I'm a musical guy. I'm going to play some music later for you, and I like spending a lot of time on music. I like I like expressing myself. I feel like I can really talk with my friends in another way through music, you know? So here's my dad sending this
Oh,
to the
boy.
group chat. Don't follow your passion.
Don't follow
So-
your passion. That's like the biggest, like, PragerU just gives like old guys like what they want to hear, and they're like, here, now you don't even have
Yeah.
now you don't even have to say this to your kids or like strangers. You could just send it a link. Don't follow.
Yeah, right?
Get a real job. Cut your hair.
Exactly.
He should
It's
just
like
if Dennis Prager would be even more popular if he just, his show is 10 minutes long. He's just like, cut your hair, pull up your pants,
cut your hair.
and then he
Don't
winks
get
at the camera.
tattoos.
He winks at the camera. Pull up your pants, especially those people. Wink, 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 wink. Dennis, why are
Hey.
you winking like that? It got something in my eye. You know?
Yeah. No, it definitely kind of set me off a little weird because this was when this actually happened before we talked. I'm gonna say, but
Did he
this
wait?
was when
Can I
was
ask
getting
you, Fisher?
What?
Sorry, can I ask you?
Yeah.
Did he like email this to you, or did he just hold his phone up to your right in
No.
front of your face to watch Dennis Prager?
No, so we have an iPhone iMessage group chat, right?
Oh,
and
here we go.
Out of nowhere, my dad just sends it.
Yeah.
Now, like he'll chat, he's a great guy. I love my dad. He'll say like, "Hey, good morning." In the morning he'll like send words of encouragement throughout the day, but he also sent, words of don't follow your passion. I don't know.
Don't
but
follow
anyway-
your passion. Don't follow your passion.
Thanks,
L-
Dad. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the video itself. So I was watching it,
Mm-hmm.
and in the middle of the video, it talks about this skill gap idea. Now, have you heard of this idea of the skill gap?
Yeah, this is Mike Rowe's idea that like there's like all these jobs or something that like they can't fill because people are going to college and they're not
Yeah.
going to trade school or some crap like this.
Mhm.
Is that it?
Yeah. Basically, like people are too skilled. We have too many skilled people.
Mhm.
We need people to not be so skilled
Mhm.
and not follow their dreams.
Mhm.
I read a couple of articles about it, and it seems like the skill gap is more just a thing that happens when there's unemployment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Citations Needed did a really good
Yeah.
debunk on basically everything that this guy is doing, and and I didn't know this about him. I thought that he was just like sort of a low level grifter, but he's like literally like in videos with like the living Koch brother.
I know.
It's like
Dude, he's like
the dude
yeah.
is like, I mean, like a really like a shameless grifter. This guy.
Well, yeah, he's getting dirty. He's doing the dirty jobs. He's getting the grifter shit all over him.
That's what it is.
You know?
So he's doing the dirtiest of jobs. Which
right? Because
is
he's dirtying his soul.
He's dirtying his soul. It's like the most dirty job is conning people and tricking people and just having no self-respect.
Yeah.
That's kind of
And then
true,
helping on
actually.
PragerU. Yeah. Telling people to not follow their passions. So then my dad, yeah.
Can you do a little
Anyway.
bit of an experiment for us, Fisher? Show your dad, because probably the most blatant one of those videos is the Robert E. Lee statue.
Yeah, no, I literally have in my notes, like I was thinking of showing him
Show him
your
that,
video
be
on
like-
the Robert E. Lee.
Be
Yeah.
like, are we
Or-
still going with the PragerU videos?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I was literally thinking of like, yeah.
Get him on it. Get him
anyway.
on. Show it to him, and then let us know what happens. Dad, get your ass in
Hey,
here.
Dad! Get in here!
Get in here. Say,
No,
get
he's
in
not-
here
he's not
right
home.
now. Get your ass in here.
over
Don't say that. Don't say that to your dad.
No, I know.
Fisher, you sound like such a nice dude, though. You definitely, maybe this is a situation where, your dad, like I know my parents are decrepit fossils and they don't know, they can't tell from what's real and what's fake on the internet. They're constantly getting tricked. I'm surprised that their whole life savings hasn't been drained by some email scam or something. So, we got to
Yeah.
help them out and be like, hey, this PragerU thing is a scam. And then maybe they'll be like, oh, okay, thank you. Thank you for helping me.
Yeah. I mean, I care about my parents and I want to make their lives better. And I don't think that they're dumb. I think that my dad is really economically to the right.
Mm-hmm.
he's kind of socially like left leaning a little, but like he's really economically to the right. So he sees these like PragerU videos that promote this like economic stuff, and I think he just gets roped in, you know. But I
Right.
care about them, and I wanna let them know that PragerU is made by an insane person, an insane.
And that guy's
insane
been
person.
around forever, goose stepping around
Yeah,
forever.
exactly. Yeah,
And
he's not new. This is not new.
Nope, he's a lunatic, and you know, you sound like a very nice guy. They're lucky to have you as a son, and tell them to stop with this PragerU crap. But also, you know, it's weird because here's a problem. Is that those videos are so simple to understand, and especially like it's sort of catnip for older people. A lot of the PragerU stuff and a lot of the right-wing stuff in general is like, you know, it's shitting on younger people. It's calling them, oh, they're weak, like weird. It's a very like self-serving sort of like a dopamine hit of like, you weird, they don't get it and we get it kind of thing. And you know, a lot of people fall for that stuff. So, you know, I get it. But hopefully, you know, there's people out there like helping older people, not just fall.
Yeah.
But, you know, whatever. I hope it works out.
Yeah.
Will you keep us updated on whether or
Yeah.
not your dad is going down a right-wing YouTube rabbit hole?
That's the thing. Like he has his YouTube signed in on like the Apple TV, and so like when you sign in on it, like I have mine put in, but I can see his YouTube recommendations, and I go, sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
But he's not a dumb guy, you know. I love him to death.
Yep.
So these problems can be resolved. We will live yet.
Oh,
we will survive yet.
Yes, we will. Fisher, I will talk to you soon.
Wait. One more thing.
Oh, here we go.
Now
You're pushing it. I take it back.
I am pushing it. I'm sorry.
The thing I said about you being a good son, I take it all back. Go ahead.
Okay. But you'll be so happy because this. Okay. This will make you. Okay. Sorry.
Let's hear it.
It's the RM Brown Show. It's the RM Brown Show. Gonna flush some toilets and gonna dunk some pets. You might go down the drain if you don't join the Discord.
Oh.
I'll largely grow my brain and muscles since I joined the Discord.
What?
Yeah.
Very
It's
good.
RM Brown Show. It's RM Brown Show. It's the Old Man Radio Brain Slow program. Except it's pronounced program for some reason.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Yes.
Will
There
you
go.
will you do an actual recording of that and send it to me?
Yeah, sure.
All right. And
I'm a music producer.
Oh my
I will
god.
produce it.
Fisher, I love it. Send it and I'll put it in and I'll give you credit.
Oh shoot. Sweet.
All right, bye, Fish.
All right. Love you.
What a good guy that is right there. Dennis Prager looks like he'd invite you to sit on his lap and enjoy a Werther's original. Yeah, totally. He does kind of look like that. You're like, oh, look at that. That's a cartoon of an old white guy. Actually, okay, I remembered what I wanted to say. Somebody was talking, I think it was M was talking, because she's going down another rabbit hole, which is the like Bobby Lee, Tom Segura side of comedy. And Bobby Lee, probably the funniest thing he's ever said is that little white babies all look like, little white male babies all look like presidents. It's so true. They all look like decrepit old presidents. Oh boy, we love Fish. We love Fish, and I hope his dad pulls himself out of these demented things. Shenanigans, thank you for the 20 bones. Thank you for those 20 bones.
Hi.
Very good, very good. Man, oh man. Let's talk to some more people. We got a few more. We're kind of we're in the end, and clearly a lot of people are like doing things for Memorial Day. They're like, I don't want to sit around watching this disgusting stream. J-Bone?
We got J-Bone. We got J-Bone. He's a good person. Let's talk to him. Or her. I don't remember. Or in between. J-Bone. J-Bone, get on my Discord phone. You are my J-Bone friend.
J-Bone?
Yo.
J-Bone?
RM.
Hi, Jay.
What's up, man?
What up, Bone?
Just reacting to the big news that just dropped.
What is it? Ghislaine?
The Floyd Mayweather Logan Paul boxing match undercard just got announced.
Oh, who is it? Who else we got?
It's Glenn Greenwald versus Nathan Robinson from a
Oh! Oh.
That's right.
Oh.
$99.99 pay-per-view, baby.
So we got is Nate gonna be wearing his like the clothes he wears during this fight?
He's gonna be going in the ring. He's gonna be walking up in that. That was part of the contract. Stipulations.
This I was not excited about this fight, but now I'm hearing about this undercard. Oh man, I'm in.
Vosh, Tim Dillon, they're gonna be the sideline judges.
Oh, Vosh and Tim Dillon.
Yes.
I love
For
it.
the next wrestler.
Is Tom Segura involved in this undercard in any way also?
He's the referee.
Okay. Very good.
Zinsky's the ring girl.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. How about the how about the bad faith people? Are they doing anything?
Virgil, I think is gonna be he's gonna be somewhere there. There's something of a rumor. I think he might be singing the national anthem. I don't know.
Oh, that would be good. You know, wouldn't he be like an analyst? Wouldn't he be like one of the guys that's like with Joe Rogan, where they're like, wow, we've never seen anything like this before.
Look at that uppercut by Nate. He's fucking taking. What is up with those two on Twitter, man? They just don't like each other.
I really look. It's honestly,
I like them both.
There seems to be I mean that guy Nathan Robinson, I'm not pretending to know like everything about him, but he seems like a sweet guy who's basically in agreement with these people on everything, but they all take dumps on him on Twitter. What's going on there? What is this, high school?
He's got some good articles. I like that magazine. If I was ever to subscribe to a magazine just for the art and the cover art, it looks pretty cool. Maybe that's one thing I'm putting off buying. I don't know.
Do they not like him because he wears a fedora? Do you think the fedora is like once you get in there, you're just in trouble?
I don't know. Fedora went out of style, 2007? Maybe he's bringing it back, you know.
Well, we'll see.
Fashion goes through loop-de-loops every 20 years.
What if Nate Robinson is like a dirty fighter? Like he brings in like some kind of like, you know, he puts like blades under his you know, his wrap, his hand wraps.
Dirty. All right, Bone. You got anything else to say? Rubin drunk tequila video yet? Go to Left Reckoning, look up the Dave Rubin drunk tequila video. You will thank me later. If you haven't seen it.
Somebody was saying that in the chat, so I'm gonna look at it. Thank you, Bone.
All right, thanks, man.
Peace, Bone. That's a good guy right there for sure. For sure. That's crazy. What an undercard. Nate Robinson versus Nathan J. Robinson from A Current Affair, that show from the 90s, is going to fight Glenn Greenwald. Holy moly. That's brutal. It's going to be good. Well, guys, we're nearing the end of... That'd be funny if there was still like 30 minutes left. And I'm like, well, we're coming toward the end of the show. Rupert Proudhorse III. I watched the complete Pound House the other day. Slurpy good. Bert Kreischer versus Sam Cedar is on the undercard too. Yes, hell yeah. Rupert, yeah. Anybody who hasn't watched Pound House, for God's sake, it's like the best thing on YouTube. Why would you not watch it? Actually, Dress Up Gang is really good too. Dress Up Gang is like, you know, those people are like Brett Weinbach is in that too. Ever seen a neckbeard wearing virtual reality gloves with a headset like an accessory? I don't know what you're talking about, Yahweh. I don't know what the crap you're talking about. Let's read some more chats here. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. No, guys, let's get some better. Let's do some better chatting, guys. Come on. Oh, boy. Lunar? Lunar?
Yes.
Lunar! Hi. Hi, Lunar.
Hi. How are you? I'm pretty good. You?
Oh, pretty good. I'm having a little bit of. Hold on, let me fix this audio.
Oh yeah.
Sorry about that, Lunar. What's good?
Oh,
What
yeah,
up?
no,
What
it was
up
good, it
with?
was good.
What up with you?
Not much, you know. Just
Okay.
chilling.
Okay. All right, I see you.
I was wondering though, are you a punk guy? You listen to punk?
Punk?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's I'm not one of these cool guys who listens to punk.
No.
I listen to some punk, like I don't know. Have you ever heard of this band Fugazi? I listen to them every once in a while.
No, I don't think I've heard of Fugazi.
Never heard of them. They're a lesser known punk group. Not a lot of people.
Oh, okay. Fugazi. Okay.
Not a lot of people.
Yeah, I've never.
Not a lot of people.
Yeah, like a little.
What do
little,
you? What punk? Why? What punk? Do you have a punk recommendation?
Oh, I just been listening to Dead Kennedys again.
Oh,
recently.
Really? Jello Biafra has like a YouTube channel that he uploads to like pretty regularly.
Yeah, he started a new band like the Jello Biafra and the
and the Guantanamo Bay whatever.
Yeah, Guantanamo Bay School. It's not nearly as good as the old stuff.
Can you do a Jello impression?
No.
How does he? He's like, what does he talk about on that?
He kind of has this like high pitched kind of a voice.
Yeah. Yeah, what does he talk about on his channel though? He's like he'll be talking about like he's got like this weird green screen in the back too.
Oh, does he? I haven't seen him like actually talk on a YouTube channel. Oh yeah, he's got like a fire with Trump hats in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, welcome to. I just go right into doing a David Lynch impression. Welcome to my show. It's a beautiful
You can't watch
show.
on your fucking telephone.
You don't watch.
Get real.
You can't watch a movie. Hey, David Lynch, what about watching a movie on your phone? Get real. Get real. I told Laura.
Get real.
I saw Laura Dern watching a movie on her phone, and I slapped the phone out of her mouth, and I said, "Tidbit, we don't do that around here." And then I was brutally beaten by security. Yeah, that's my Jello voice goes right into David Lynch, so that's something I'll work on. Okay, so you like the Dead Kennedys?
Yeah, no, I love the Dead Kennedys.
All right,
but his new stuff, like he's kind of gone into like a Trump derangement syndrome thing. Like Trump's bad, right? I think we can all agree on that, but we don't need a Jello Biafra song telling us that he's bad as well.
Yeah, like you feel like he's kind of spinning his wheels talking about Trump still.
Yeah, I mean, it's also kind of like a like he I feel like Dead Kennedys kind of takes shots across the aisle just at everybody.
Yeah.
Whereas now Guantanamo Bay is just like, we're going to keep taking shots at the obviously bad side and not kind of spreading out a little bit.
He's like, Mr. Trump,
Yeah.
you are bad. I don't like you. You were doing bad stuff. Those guys went into the Capitol, and I think that you are a piece of crap, sir. Like that? Is that what he's doing?
That's what it seems like to me. I mean, I'm sure there's some good stuff he's doing as well, but
he's got
the bit I've listened to.
What if he's still like stuck in like 5 years ago? He's got a song called "The Access Hollywood Tape" or something.
Yeah, he's still taking 70 shots at Reagan. He's still talking about how Reagan's bad.
He's like, Trump Tower, the Uber Alice.
Yeah, I saw a Donald Trump Uber Alles like parody thing. It was pretty good actually. Like it wasn't bad. So maybe it's not that I don't like that he's focusing on Trump now, and maybe it's just I don't like the new songs much. Maybe it's the music isn't as good.
Hey, give him a break. Give him a break.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah, he seems like a great guy.
Do you listen to Chain and the Gang or any of that stuff? Ian Svenonius's stuff. You ever heard of that guy?
Ian Svenonia?
Yeah, you'll like. You could do look up Soft Focus, and there's actually there's a Jello Biafra interview. If you just put in Soft Focus and Jello Biafra, it's actually a pretty funny interview where he acts like kind of a goofball. But that guy's kind of older too. He's probably like around Jello Biafra's age, and that guy just like keeps getting better musically, I think, or like more interesting musically. Yeah, look that up and tell me what you think. Will you go listen to it? Tell me what you think.
Okay.
All right.
I saw one interview with him where he was like talking to French people, and he like really clearly wanted to leave. Like, he was going through the questions as fast as possible. It was pretty funny.
Oh boy. All right, Lunar. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Lunar, very nice. He's listening to the Dead Kennedys. Hey guys, when someone asks you over under on blank, what does that mean? Well, there's that YouTube, what is it, like Pitchfork thing or whatever, where they have like famous musicians or something, and they'll be like over under on, like it'll be like over or underrated or whatever. Oh no, you're not talking about that. You're doing like it, whatever. I'm not going to explain over under. I'm too stupid. The Living by the Unfit has some singing in it, but also lots of straight talking, where the lead is just listing your insecurities while a rhythm guitar plays in the background. Very good. That's kind of what I was looking for the topic. We want to hear some people not singing, just belting it out. Let's talk to some more people. Feeny?
Hey, Feeny, dude. Feeny, you there? Feeny, wake up.
I'm awake.
Feeny! We got Feeny.
Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial
Day, everybody.
He's the greatest.
Feeny. What up?
Happy Memorial Day, everybody.
Happy Memorial Day to Feeny. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Hey. Doing really good. What? Feeny, good to hear from you. It's been a while. What do you got for us tonight in the world?
Not much, dude. I just got back from Portland. I was visiting a friend there, and I drove past a restaurant called Pepino's, and it made me think of you.
Called the what?
I was going to take a picture. It was called Pepino's.
Pepino's, really? Did you go in there?
Yeah.
What kind of food they got in there?
It was, of course, Tex-Mex.
Pepino's.
I passed.
Oh my god. I love that. You passed by. That would have been. Oh my god. If you got a snapshot of yourself in front of Pepino's. Oh man, that would have made my day.
Might have to.
You didn't have time.
Might have to go get one of those lime margaritas.
What'd you
Ask
do?
if they'll put some Gatorade in there for me.
What'd you do in Portland?
So I had a friend that just moved out there like a month ago, and I've been checking it out. I live in St. Louis right now, but I'm kind of looking to switch things up. So I think I might move out there. So I was kind of kicking it with a friend and scoping out the scene, which I think it's awesome. If anyone in Discord has Portland suggestions for me, let me know.
Okay. All right. Well, I got to say, hold on. Let me say to Nazik Hugh. I'm probably saying your name wrong. Thank you for the 10 bones. Wanted to send $9.99, but this app won't let me. You owe me a cent. Okay, well, he's
careful with that. This sounds like one of those chargeback scams if I've ever heard one.
Ooh, Nazik. Now, Zeke,
Nice
if you're doing a chargeback scam, we have a big problem, my friend. Big problem.
You go to give him 1 cent, and then suddenly it's 1,000 cents.
Oh, I'm not giving you 1,000 cents, dude. You're not getting no 1,000 cents from me. How dare you, Nazik? Well, I'm sorry everybody had to bear witness to me getting scammed live on this thing. You know, sad. Feeny,
Pretty bad.
Feeny, Feeny, what else is going on?
I have a question for you.
Yes, please.
Or I guess I
Hi.
need your advice on something. So I work remote. I do software development, and my work gave me a work from home stipend, I guess you could call it. They gave me some sort of. They gave me 250 bones to burn on something office related, but I have a pretty fresh desk.
Oof,
and I have a
good.
pretty fresh chair.
Okay.
Got monitors checked, so I got everything in the box figured out, but I think I need something a little out of the box.
Oh, you're trying to throw some weird stuff in there to spice it up.
Yeah.
Let's see here. How much are we talking here? Is this a good amount of money, or is it like $40?
It's $250.
$250?
Yeah.
What if you got-
One-time payment. It can only be on one item, so it's got to be a little nice, but not. It can't be like crazy nice, because
Oh boy,
it
$250
has to relate to the workplace, so I have to. Somehow spin it.
It's got to relate to the workplace. $250, and it's got to relate to the workplace.
What
if you just buy a mannequin? Buy an old mannequin and then just be like, "What? This is for decoration of the workplace." And then you just have this creepy old mannequin standing next to your desk.
What if I could refer to it as my assistant?
Yes. They're like, "Oh boy, Mr. Feeney's losing his mind. He talks to that dummy all day. He talks to that. He thinks that that mannequin is he thinks it's that movie Mannequin, that '90s movie. That he's Mr. Feeney's falling in love with this mannequin that he bought for $250.
That's the thing about office romances is you can't control them. You just work together. People fall in love.
Will you please tell your work that? Tell them, look, I was gonna spend this. You just buy some boring thing and you're like, look, I was gonna spend this on a mannequin, but I don't want to do office romance. They're like, uh-oh, Feeney's losing it. Mr. Feeney's losing it. Feeney,
the only way to go.
Do you have any ideas? I mean, $250, you could get a giant monitor or something, like a cheap, large monitor or something.
I have nice monitors. Let me bounce this off of you. Soundboard.
Ooh, like a physical soundboard?
Well, kind of like the same setup you have, but for those team meetings.
If
I can, or those Slack calls, I can flush people in the workplace. Because I've been doing it. I've been doing it old school style. I take my laptop up to the bathroom and just flush when I need to give somebody the flush, and it's just not technically savvy enough.
You put the microphone part of the laptop, you kind of dunk it inside of the bowl a little bit so they can really hear it.
Yeah, you get that really watery groggle going.
Oh, I gotta say this. Carl Hochmuth. Love you to Carl Hochmuth. Thank you. J-Bone.
Love that guy.
To Bone. Hey, Bone. RM Better Book. Don't Burn This Book by Dave, or The Missionary Position by Christopher Hitchens.
Ooh.
Hitchens. I go Hitchens. The one where he's crapping on Mother Teresa. Yeah, I gotta go with that one. Christopher Hitchens, he wasn't all bad, right? He had some, I think, pretty bad takes from what I remember. I kind of like blocked out everything. I read his book about God is not great or whatever, and some of his essays. But I think he kind of like became super pro Iraq War and all that stuff. I don't know. I remember him taking a weird turn, but I don't really care enough to think about him. You know, Feeney?
Yeah. Didn't you read some of Davy Rubin's book too?
Yeah,
No?
Davy Rubin's. I read some of Rubik's Cube's book. Yeah, that was like a long time ago. I read his book. Is truly seems like it was copied and pasted by somebody.
Yeah, I bet it was ghostwritten or
Definitely. I would be shocked if they didn't find somebody on Fiverr to just like, they're like, hey, go watch these like Ben Shapiro videos and these PragerU videos, and then just kind of copy, just translate, just do like a audio to text translate, and then just basically copy and paste it into a book.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Feeney, please, you could get one of those Elgato, you know those things, those stream decks or whatever.
Those are like crazy expensive though, right?
Are they? They're more than $250? Those pieces of crap. Supposedly they can automate a bunch of stuff. Like you press one button and it'll like do 20 things on your computer. All right, Feeney, come back and let us know. Let us know what you do. And I'm really hoping that you get a mannequin. Okay.
Okay, we'll do.
Bye, Feeney. Love ya.
Good to talk.
Oops. Well, guys, we're reaching the end here. All right. There's not as many people as usually watching this, so they're probably doing something disgusting like spending time with their family and friends. Ew. Jane, a little message from Jane in the chat. There does need to be more pushback against evangelical Christian irrationality. Instead of the polite, passive acceptance, it's always enjoyed. They are, what's his name? The dude who, why am I blank? Chris, whatever that guy's name is. Chris Hedges. I'm 1,000 years old. Chris Hedges wrote that book, American Fascist. You could read about that. He's pretty good on that stuff. And he's got like a preacher, sort of like a pastor style to him. Ben Shabibo is like Ned Flanders. He doesn't even bathe fully naked. Oh boy. It's so weird that these guys are like still a thing. Like a Jordy Peterman and Ben Pipister and a Ben Pipiti. All these guys, I can't believe it still exists. It's so weird. Dexterity? Are you with us?
Like Ned Flanders.
Sorry, I had to reach for the mute button.
Oh boy. You unmuted? You were muted?
I was muted, dude.
Oh my god. You don't deserve
I don't know how to run this.
You deserve to be heard.
Listen, man. I love you, buddy. You do great things.
Thank you. You don't even mean it. You don't mean it. You don't care.
I do mean it.
Aww.
Listen, man. All the Southerners, all the Southern socialists love you, buddy.
Oh.
Don't forget.
Oh, thank you. That's so good.
We down here holding it down here for you.
Where in the South are you from? Can you say, or you don't want to get doxxed?
No, I don't mind. We're over here in damn old South Carolina, buddy. Now that's the least of my problem. Woo! It's hot.
Go get some of that barbecue.
No, sir. I'm one of the only vegans in South Carolina, my dude.
Do you do? Is there any fake barbecue meat you could eat? Some like a texture.
You know what?
TVP. Some TVP barbecue.
Dude, there totally is. There's this like a meat bun kind of thing, and it is delectable, dude.
Ooh.
Put that thing in the microwave, it zaps all the nutrients right out.
Sorry. I already am charmed by you, and I already like you. Have we talked before, Dexterity?
No, sir. But I've watched you. So listen, I wanted to tell you the first video that I saw of yours was your MF Doom video.
No
and
way.
I wanted to say big respect for that because that's my favorite guy, and R.I.P. to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I make music, and I'll respect the other music makers in this community.
I would, do you watch those Red Bull interviews with like musicians and stuff?
I may have seen one or two of those. I may have seen the MF Doom one.
The MF Doom one is, it's really. I remember walking away from that one pretty inspired. So anybody who wants to get a little pep in their step, a little inspiration if you're working on some creative thing or you're a musician, like Dexterity saying, check that out. He's a very inspiring guy and a very, very hardworking and dedicated to his craft, I would say.
Dude, he is. He's a. The music he made by himself is just like a groundbreaking.
Really, totally, and especially like is it MM Food or Food is like I remember
Food, yeah, dude.
That's one of those things like one of the few albums that I've listened to in my life where I'm just like, wow, it's just like opening this beautiful Pandora's box. It's that like very freeing feeling listening to stuff like that.
Have you listened to Vaudeville Villain? That's another classic.
One of his underrated. One of his underrated. People always go like Mad Villain and those albums, which are really good. But Vaudeville Villain is very, very good. You're totally.
It's like visceral.
Yeah, and it's very. And it's very like tight. Like that one's very tight. Like it's almost like a different album than Food, where that one's kind of like a more of an exploration. That the Vaudeville Villain is more of like really in your face, like just a tight, good rap music.
Definitely, yeah. It's definitely some of his best work in my mind. I have a fucking list here in front of me,
Let's
so
hear
I don't
it.
forget.
What do you got?
What
do you? Well, let me read this.
I remember.
Let me read this really quick from Ted Kai.
You read it.
For the $4 bones and 99 cents. What do you think about Vouch? Would you talk to him on his stream? I bet you would be funny together. I was actually trying to trick my way onto his stream. I thought it like this was just random because I get suggested his videos like all the time. So it suggested to me that he was doing like a live stream. So I clicked on it and I sent him some like donations that were like, I wrote to him like, stop avoiding me for a debate. Stop running from me. Debate me. And I think he just like didn't read it.
He ran away.
He ran away as usual.
He was too scared.
I haven't been listening to him like early on, like when he was first, because he really got into the algorithm. When I first saw him, I gave him, I donated a lot of money to him because I was like, this is kind of a good voice for like, I think he's a smart guy and all that. I don't know as much about him as maybe some of the people in chat, but I think
I didn't even know, dude. I didn't even know about him until I saw him in the algorithm. Same as you.
I think that we're probably different on a lot of stuff. I think that he is toward a very specific audience that I think really likes him. He's I think that we're different, but generally I think like he's like a smart guy who's like headed in the right direction and blah 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 blah. But I don't know. What can I say? It's sort of like
I think like your audience, whoever you are,
Yeah. It's sort of like the Nathan J. Robinson thing where it's like, do people need to like be exactly what you want them to be for you to like be their friend and be on board? Like, no, come on. He's like headed in the right direction. So good. Calm down,
Fair enough. Yeah. That's yeah. You gotta respect that at least.
Exactly. Well, what were you have a list and I just derailed.
I have a list. No, that's fine. I have one other thing on my list. Thankfully for you, RM.
Let's hear it.
What? It is that South Carolina cut off their unemployment benefits. And there are plenty of people who are unvaccinated and not ready to get into the workforce right now. Me being one of them, except I just got my second COVID vaccine. Thank God.
Oh, very good.
but yeah, there's a very no amount of help at all for a lot of South Carolinians, and for a couple other states as well, who just cut off unemployment benefits and don't have help. So it's it's
Ugh.
rough down here for some of us.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's like are they you think they're trying to do the thing where they're like get back to work for like lower pay.
Dude, if you go on the South Carolina Reddit, there's like people just spreading misinformation. It is disgusting.
What are they
And
saying?
they're saying stuff like basically just saying like and not only this, they're saying the kids in schools, they can mingle around, they can do whatever, they don't need to wear masks, unvaccinated or not, they don't give a damn. No mask mandate whatsoever. It's free balling down here.
Yeah, there's definitely like it's weird that people are so sold on this idea of like, oh, the only way to deal with this is to like that a bunch of people needed to die, I guess.
Right.
And it's a very like I don't know. It's like people always talk about like neoliberalism and stuff, and like the mindset behind that, and that's what it kind of seems like. It's a very antisocial thing to be just like get to work, like get to work. I don't care if it kills people or whatever. It's a very like it's a bizarre like inhuman thing that's very not necessary. And yeah, like that's probably what's going on with all this like we're pulling the benefits. All this stuff is just like it's like get back to work, like the other thing is like the idea of like people having choices and stuff. It's like it's like just proof that a lot of these people don't believe that it's just like you like desperation should drive you to take whatever you can get sort of deal.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure everybody's dad is going out there and saying like, "You should be out there getting a job, boy. I don't care what they say on the internet. You better be out there working.
You better go take that job. You better go take that job. Working. They're high. Hey, they're high. The Arby's dumpster is hiring for $2 an hour." You eat the food out of the dumpster because they don't want to dump.
You eat the food.
You eat that
out of
food.
the dumpster. Take it back in. Sell it to the customers. They eat it. You eat it. Everybody wins.
It's a circle of life. That's what they were talking about in The Lion King. Yeah, I don't know. Like you heard a lot of propaganda about that online of like, there's like nobody's like the economy is falling apart. I remember Tim Pool was doing that. Like it's like a memo went out where it was like, hey, we need to convince people that the economy is falling apart because people don't want to take a, $4.50, whatever. Or people are realizing that, whatever, $8 an hour is not enough really to live, So it's crazy. This is crazy. That's what's going on in South Carolina, huh?
Yeah, man, it's it's bad, and I don't mean to take up everybody's time. I'll get out of here.
Look at this! Look at this Southern hospital. You're like, I don't want to take too much. Y'all have a good night.
Now y'all get out of the damn way. Now I'm trying to.
I don't mean to. I don't want to slow down the stream. I'm just a humble gentleman who I just want.
As a friend of mine would say, Southern hospitality only exists for white Christians. All right, guys.
All right. Bye, Dexterity. Talk to you soon.
All right, buddy. All right. You have a good night now.
Bye-bye. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Y'all have a good night. I started following Mr. Remy Brown because I thought he was Eric Wareheim trying something new. Oh my God. That is probably the meanest thing anybody's ever said. He's a funny guy. He's a funny guy. But let's just say if I had to pick of any celebrity who I want to look like, Eric Wareheim is not the first one I'm going to. Sorry. I know he watches this show. But a lot of business owners have a sense of entitlement that they should have people stand in the line for any work at whatever they want to pay. Yeah, good God. Very, very weird. Very weird. You should be lucky to have that job. Oh, he found a job. He got a job. You bestowed upon him a job. Oh, the job is that, they drop bricks on me all day. Well, it's a job. You lucked out this time. It's a step up. You got your foot in the door. You get hit in the head with bricks all day, and then you work your way up to full cinder blocks getting dropped on your head. When I was a kid, that's how we did it.
Hello?
Goose. Hi, Goose. How are you?
Hi. I'm good.
Hey, what up, Goose?
Nothing much. I was thinking about that guy who was talking about Portland.
What do you got to say about it?
So I've lived like a bunch of places in the US. Moved around a ton.
Okay.
And that guy talking about Portland brought back, like, I feel like when you're 4, like, you only have like 3 or 4 very like fever dreamy surreal memories that don't really like have any correlation or like any actual importance, right?
Right.
And I have this memory of a place called Staccato Gelato, which is still open and apparently it's great. I mean, it must have been great if it's one of the 4 integral memories of my formative years. But I remember going to Staccato Gelato.
Staccato?
Yes, it's still there. Staccato Gelato. And it was across from a tattoo shop, which I don't know if that place still exists, but it was a tattoo shop that had like one tattoo artist in there that was like classic like biker tattoo person or whatever, that was like really like long white beard, didn't talk at all, just like conveyed all emotion through just like grunts or kind of like body movements. And the reason I know that is because my dad was going through a divorce at the time, and he just took us across the street to get an impulse tattoo, which is the only tattoo that he has of his now wife's name on his arm. And I remember like eating hard candy on the seats. And a girl came up to us, some like 20-something-year-old girl, and offered to sew me a mermaid costume that I still have to this day in a box somewhere.
You live in like a Tim Burton world. I love this. I want to switch lives with you. You want to take over
I
this?
have a very, very ADHD family that's kind of all over the place, and I had little to no adult supervision. When I lived in Portland at that time, and I mean, this is probably because of the whole divorce issue, but we ate on an ironing board because my dad, it's not that he didn't have enough money for a dining table, it was more like he didn't want to spend money on a dining table.
He's like, I got bigger priorities than bigger priorities than a dinner table. I gotta get tattoos. I gotta be eating gelato.
That was the bigger priorities. We had a GameCube. That was a really big purchase. But
this is the best dad. This is the best dad I ever heard. A guy called in on the Discord last week, and he was like, he asked his dad to tell him a story. I don't know if anybody remembers this. He asked his dad to tell him a story, and his dad told him to tell himself a story. And I was like, that's the best dad I've ever heard, but now he's replaced by your dad.
Oh my God.
How many
honored.
How many kids eating off of this ironing board?
Oh, 5. I didn't mention that. Yeah, 5 children. 5 children, and
your dad.
Every single night we ate manwiches, and it was like I can't remember what the name of it was, if anybody in the chat knows, but it's like a Neapolitan, except instead of strawberry chocolate and vanilla, it's pistachio, cherry, and chocolate. And it's like, that's what it is. And we had that and manwiches every single night for an entire year.
Holy moly.
Because it was the only thing my dad knew how to make.
Your dad did like the divorce to dad thing so hard.
Oh,
like,
yeah. To a point where I I gave myself a pixie cut upstairs and came downstairs, and he didn't notice for 3 days.
This is the ideal
fully
environment.
didn't notice.
This is the ideal environment for a child. It's
It is.
basically
It is crazy, especially because my
chaotic-
mom's the exact opposite.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 5 kids.
She's like the classic.
5
like,
kids eating
East
off an
Coast
iron.
academic.
Was he using the iron to like heat food too?
I wish he was. That would have been cool.
He just presses an iron on like one of those frozen
the
dinners.
sandwich meat comes spilling out of the side of the buns as he's just like paniniing the thing with the ironing.
This is the serious question. Can we get this dad on this program, please?
Oh, 100%. I bet I could make that happen.
And so when you guys were, by the way, Staccato Gelato is they were like, what rhymes with gelato? You know?
they just went for it.
There's
they went all in.
There's another word, but I'm pretty sure it's racist, and they would be immediately banned.
Oh no!
Banned from town. But so Staccato Gelato, that's the best. And then your dad, were you guys just standing there watching him get a tattoo?
Yeah, I have this memory of just like sitting down watching him get this tattoo, and like the like person who's like some person that probably like runs the appointments there just like handing me hard candy, looking kind of concerned for me, like every so often just giving me a hard candy, being like, you shouldn't be in here. I'm concerned about this situation.
You hear this, everybody? Like, you clearly turned out fine. You're funny, you're nice, you're
Exactly.
sweet. So guys, if you have a kid, no need to get a dinner table. No need to take care of them. Let them cut their own hair and they will be fine. Goose, this was very
Exactly.
inspiring. Please get that dad on this show, please.
I will try my very, very best.
All right, Goose, I love you, and please talk to me soon.
I will. Bye.
Bye-bye. Goose! Now that is something. That is something. She seemed totally normal, right? She seemed totally fine. Right? She seemed totally fine. So, you know, maybe being a dad isn't that big a deal. You just have the kid and you're like, that thing can take care of itself. No big deal. Hey, I'm going to hold my gelato. Hold my pina colada gelato. I need to get this tattoo real quick. You just stand over there. Well, guys, I like, honestly, it's not going to get any better than that. So, it's time.
It's time to say goodbye. This is the end of the program, and we're gonna have a good time. Next time, come to the next stream. We'll be in a dream.
Let's all tweet Bo to get RM on his show. Yes, please. Yes, please. Guys, I'm straight up out of the YouTube algorithm, so tell anyone, and literally anyone. If your dad forced you to eat off of an ironing board, tell him to watch the show. Anybody. A doink for RM and the rest of the muscular class. 420 from Megan. Thank you, Megan. Guys, I love you, and I will see you
on the next stream. On the next stream. Why don't you come back to the next stream? Getting ice cream with my dad, and he got a tattoo. That's what we